Evening, sports fans! What is up, y'all? Long time no talk. My goodness, I can't believe it's really been that long. Episode of the Definng Moment was, of course, last November, a couple months back, when my beautiful girlfriend Cecilia and I had our little experimental show, if you will, with sports couple perspective, or the sports couples perspective. Started, and, well, that show is rocking and rolling. We'll be back on this Friday, but of course, this show hasn't had a regular show since COVID hit in March. We had a ton of awesome interviews during the, well, I guess you could say the off-season of sports last year, during the summer. But my goodness, we haven't had our hardcore, crazy cocktail of sports in a very long time. Almost a year's time. I hope you're ready to party, y'all, because it's going down! Oh yeah, baby, yes! Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You're in to the Definng Moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your feed for all that is sports. This is your boy Larry Bay bringing it to you here on another beautiful evening here in Southern Cali. Oh yes, it's gonna be a fun one. Oh, I hope you're ready, because it's time to talk a whole bunch of sports. And I would say a little bit of time, but y'all know me, I tend to, make this show a lot bigger. So, we're going to be here in probably the next hour and a half, 2 hours. But you know what? It's all good. If you got nowhere to go, nowhere to be, enjoy listening to the podcast. Enjoy as well, y'all. Because we're going to be here for the next few hours talking the sports that you love right here on this awesome network that we have created. So many shows, so much going on at IE Sports Radio. Everybody enough for a part of it. And with that said, y'all, get down. Because fun stuff coming up. We got a little bit of NFL talk. I know the season's finished. Congratulations to the Bucks. They did the dang thing. That was awesome. But my goodness, y'all, I'll tell you right now, what a Super Bowl. I'm so happy for them Bucks and for Tom Brady doing the dang thing, man. We've also had NASCAR place. We had an amazing Rolex 24 in January. Awesome Daytona 500, man. Awesome Daytona 500. I don't care how long it got delayed. The race began. So, the race started and finished. And, of course, we've got plenty of more great things. We have the Australian Open come to a close, which was, man, I mean, so many conclusions that Australian Open could have had, and it ended with some amazing finishes. So I'll tell you right now, those were some cool thoughts right there. Just to throw at you. We got everything coming at y'all today as per usual. Oh yeah, we sure do, y'all. We're gonna be talking everything. We got some NCAA track and field, a little bit of NBA, some NCAA basketball, NHL, NCAA hockey, some boxing, UEFA Champions League, and much more. You're listening to The Definng Moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Enjoy. with a little bit of giddy up, we're getting right on ahead, because we gotta talk about this craziness going on right now in the NFL. And why is it so crazy? Because gosh dang it, something got done that I'm so excited for. I'm a little late to the party, but I can give a crap less. There was a trade made just, my goodness, about a week ago, around there. And you know what? I think that there was something that had to be done. The Philadelphia Eagles will let go of Carson Wentz and trade him on over. And sorry about that, my computer is being a total jerk at the moment. Anyway, with that said, the Philadelphia Eagles will trade on over Indianapolis, well, to the Indianapolis Colts, Carson Wentz. And I'll tell you what, guys, I am not going to be a jerk here like my computer and say that Wentz isn't this amazing quarterback. But at the same exact time, he's not necessarily the greatest out there. Let's be real. Did he help them in 2017 or 16 to 17? Did he help bring them a title? He certainly did. But it wasn't him behind the center that actually did it. Let's be real, guys. And I don't care who has to say anything about this. You can throw all the stats you want at me. Once he can get there, but we yet to see it. He's a good athlete. We know he's a good athlete. And we know what the guy's capable of doing. I am not hating on him. And I'll tell you right now, if there's anybody out there that is going to cheer on these athletes that come from a lower division like the FCS, I'll tell you right now, it's me. I'm that dude who's going to be cheering on the younger guys. I mean, the guys from the small divisions. Check me out cheering on Jennings, okay, and Ali Marpet in Super Bowl 55. Sorry, I'm freaking a gigantic cheerleader for everybody who plays in the lower divisions. Why? Because I played in the lower divisions of the NCAA, okay, Division 3 to be precise. But FCS, of course, a lot bigger than Division 3, but I will definitely cheer on somebody like Carson Wentz, okay? I definitely will. Regardless, the guy hasn't been the answer. You get a dude like Jalen Hurts, who has proven that the guy can freaking win. Yes, did Carson Wentz win some titles in college? Of course he did. He played for a gosh dang powerhouse, a team that should rightfully just hurry up and make their way into Division 1 a single A, okay? North Dakota Bison, okay? The North Dakota State Bison. But I'll tell you right now, great job. He did an amazing job. The guy is a great athlete, but he just wasn't getting it done. And what happens when you don't get it done? You gotta go. You know what I mean? That's all there is to it, man. Like, you got to get it done. Carson Wentz wasn't getting it done, and that's the fact, y'all. The fact of the matter is, he's not necessarily the dude for them. Now, is he the dude for the Colts? He might be. So let's not hate on Larry B for getting all crazy saying that the Philadelphia Eagles did the right thing, but a change of scenery is a great thing. So I am all for Carson Wentz doing the dang thing and making it work for the Eagles for a little bit, and of course having a great college career, but it's time to move on. Let him go do his thing in Indianapolis. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very happy for the Colts. Can they get a quarterback situation correct? I'd love to see it. I want to see this team do great things. I'll tell you right now, I am so excited for those Colts. The other day, I was having to listen to one of our awesome shows here on the network. On Saturday, of course, High Octane Entertainment, with, of course, my buddy, man, Justin Lahr, great guy. And he's a Colts fan, so that's an Indianapolis show. And what was he saying? That they've been spoiled at the quarterback position for so many years, and they had Peyton Manning, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all freaking time. Okay, this dude's the real deal. He has really been a big time. He made the Colts a big time powerhouse in the mid-ish 2000s, and you know something? They were a team to be feared. I am so excited for the Colts being able to bring in somebody else that could possibly be that next person. Peyton Manning was awesome. Andrew Luck, unfortunately, just wasn't there no more with football. Could he return one day? Maybe. But I'll tell you right now, there's no issue with this young man, Carson Wentz, as a great human being, or as a guy who can play in the NFL. The guy's definitely there. Is he super duper elite? I wouldn't call him that, but give him another chance somewhere else. Let him do his thing. So I like it. Philly fans, my apologies. He's just not the fit for your team, and that's all there is to it. Let him go to the Colts and ball and watch this young man do great things. Rivers ended a great career there, and I'm so excited for him. Rivers ended. Can we get an applause, man? I mean, for real. Can we show some love? He did a great job there, guys, in his last year. I know it's what it is, but you know what? I'm really happy for him. I am so happy for Carson Wentz. I'm sorry, for Philip Rivers to have ended his career there and doing his thing. But I'll tell you right now, y'all, the big question mark was going to be what the Colts are going to do afterwards. You know, Jalen Hurts, I do believe, is actually going to be the dude for Philly. And if he's not, well, then it is what it is. But I really think he's a heck of an athlete. Let him do his thing. Let him prove it. He's a power lifter. The young man he's proven to be great. Did he not get replaced by Tua in a national championship a couple years back? Of course he did. But he wore that hat well. He was still there mentoring Tua, doing his best. And what happens? They freaking win the game. And Jalen was happy regardless. You know what? He went on to Oklahoma. He didn't win a national championship, but gosh dang it, the guy knows how to win. The guy he has it. Give him a good offensive line. Let him do his thing. You're going to be excited for this one, Philly fans. I believe in this young man. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I got a lot of faith in him. And I think he's going to do great things, guys. He's that kind of an athlete with that kind of poise, with that kind of stature, how you carry yourself. He's a winner, guys. I like him. Let Carson Wentz do his thing in Indy. I like the trade, guys. I love it. Do your thing, Carson. I'm ready, dude. I'm excited to see you ball. And I'll tell you what, give him some time behind that monstrous offensive line. Give him these 3 running backs, which I don't know if they're going to have 3, like Justin was saying on Saturday on High Octane Entertainment. But, I'm sorry, on High Octane Entertainment. I don't know if he's going to have all those running backs. But regardless, they got a good running game. They need a guy who can throw the ball. He could be it. They got a strong defense. I'm excited for Carson Wentz, y'all. Let the party continue. We'll be right back here on the defining moment right after this.
What's up, everybody? This is Taryn Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunderous Spikes? Then I have the show for you, Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's good, fight fans? It's your boy, Marcus Los Rate, here to give you what you want, here to give you what you need. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm coming to you live, straight from your mama's basement with a crispy, awesome white tea. We are coming to you live every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Sideman here to tell you about the newest IE Sports radio show, the Kansas City Shuffle. We'll be talking football, reigning Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, baseball, your 2015 World Series Royals, college hoops, college football, and much to Ryan's delight, hockey.
Oh, wow.
Make sure you catch up with us on Twitter at KC Shuffle Show. You can also catch up with my colleague Ryan the Pezquire at the Pezquire Fool
on Twitter.
Make sure you check us out on IE Sports Radio at 6 p.m. Central Time to 7:30.
Oh, yeah.
And Ryan, any final words for the listeners?
Yeah, come on in, enjoy the winning we've been having here in Kansas City lately, and don't be jealous. Bye-bye.
IE Sports Radio,
your direct feed for all things sports. Nope, that's not it. Cut that.
Hey sports fans, do you like wine? Well, we've got the show for you. This is Let's Wine About Sports, a show where we talk about wine and sports simultaneously. From the classic Cabernet Sauvignon all the way down to the grapes that you've never even heard of before. Oh yeah, we cover it all. And we'll talk about a little bit of sports as well. Football, hockey, collegiate, women's sports, it doesn't matter. We're going to talk about it all, and we're going to whine about it all. So join me Monday at 8 p.m. on IU Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Welcome in to the Neutral Zone. I'm your host, Robert Kavanaugh, and you're listening to IE Sports Radio. If you like big, nasty hits, if you like slap shots straight to the neck, if you like it when the gloves hit the ice and the big boys get down, then this is your show. On IE Sports Radio, this is the Neutral Zone. May our shots on goal always be true and straight to the net. If they are not, may they be followed up, redirected, or change collected. Let's go on IE Sports Radio with me, your host, Robert Kavanaugh, and this is the Neutral Zone.
Welcome back, y'all! We took ourselves a little bit of a break there. Enjoy all of these awesome shows here at IE Sports Radio, right here on IE Sports Radio on Springer.com, and of course at IESportsRadio.com, y'all. Let's get to it, y'all. We have so much more. First things first, gotta thank everybody for popping in the chat room today. Thank you very much. Taryn is blowing it up, dude. Thank you very much for being a part of it. And yeah, brother, I'll tell you, man, the relegation's hilarious. I love it. But yeah, it should be. There should be kind of some kind of relegation for the FCS and FBS. Appalachian State certainly made their case, and look at these guys now. Also, Taryn says here in the comments, Colts won the Carson Wentz trade. Yeah, they did. He says Wentz gets reunited with Frank Reich. Yes, they didn't give up too much. And yeah, this year the Eagles still don't deal with Wentz's nasty contract. Yeah, good stuff there. So yeah, Wentz will have a better offensive line, and I agree, Taryn. So the party continues, y'all. Let's continue things on here with some more sports talk as we now move on in to the NBA. Alright, y'all, we are continuing things here, and we are ready to rock and roll, y'all. We are ready to do the dang thing. We have some basketball going on tonight, and there's been some good basketball on in the last couple of weeks, hasn't there? The gosh dang Brooklyn Nets have surprised me more than, seriously, than the extra amount of money that I was charged in my annual fee when I first opened up a gym membership. I'm just saying, the surprise was there, guys. I was like, what the heck is this extra charge? Just kidding. That was years later after I got a new gym membership. But regardless, guys, this is interesting. I'm just so fascinated right now with Brooklyn because they've been playing at an insane level. The gosh dang Brooklyn Nets are freaking insane. 21-12 right now. These guys are on one. And you know something? They deserve the praise right now. They really do. This team has really done. They've won 7 straight, guys, and they're 7-3 in the last 10. You tell me a team right now who has done something like that. Nobody in the East has actually on a streak like this. And if you think about it, there's nobody in the NBA who's actually on a streak like this, unless you're the Houston Rockets, who have lost 8 straight. Ouch. But in the other way, the good way, the streak continues for Brooklyn. This team is actually pretty gosh dang solid, man. I'm so excited for this team. They do not have a game here tonight, but my goodness, you can't overlook how well they've played. Last night they did away with the Kings, which of course the Kings, aren't much of a challenge. I mean, I hate to say it, but it is what it is. But they got a 127-118 victory yesterday. And they just looked good, guys. They did. James Harden is balling, man. He's doing his thing. He scored 29 points. He went 9 for 22 from the field, and free throws 6 for 9. So this team has really come out of nowhere. I really don't want to give them any props because I'm angry because the Lakers lost to them recently. But you have to give them their props, guys. The Nets are freaking force to reckon with. You can't say anything about this team right now. They are currently second place in the Eastern Conference, right behind Philly. Philly is 21-11. You have Brooklyn at 21-12. They're right behind them, and this is a strong team. Okay, so I'm looking forward to that. So a little bit of East Coast talk there. The Pacers not too shabby. I'm actually very surprised with the Pacers right now because this team has, they've done pretty well. They just won their last game. They're 4 for 6 in the last 10. They've been surprising as well. 10 for 6. And you gotta give props, guys, to a team who hasn't been much of anything the last, decade at least or so. Brogdon, man, this dude's the real deal. 21, he's averaging right now, I think 21.6 points. The guy is a heck of an athlete, man. And he has a very good, he's a leader, and you can see it. So, of course, the bonus doing his thing as well over there. Big ups to Indiana right now. This is good stuff. Of course, Milwaukee and the Greek Freak, you knew they were going to do their thing. You knew they were. You knew they weren't going to fall apart. Okay, so I'll tell you right now, a little bit of NBA talk, man. There's some good stuff here. So there's one thing, though, I do got to get into here. And this, of course, is the the West Coast, man. We got to switch the gears real fast because the Lakers started out hot, and what in God's name? We've lost three. I mean, sorry, not in God's name, but we've lost 3 straight. I'm a little freaking irritated right now with the gosh dang Lakers. We're losing games we should not be losing. I'm just saying. And the Clippers, of all gosh dang teams, they're ahead of us by 1 game. Why? Like, that's so frustrating. But you can't take anything away from these Clippers either. They have one heck of a team, and you know what? I will tell you right now, I will give them props, man. Leonard is the real deal, man. The young man out of Canyon Spring High School in Marina Valley, as well as in Riverside, California, which are 2 cities which I'm very familiar with. I grew up right here in the Inland Empire. And he also went to King High School, Martin Luther King High School, and went to San Diego State, played for Coach Fisher, and the guy is a phenom, man. He did great things. Everywhere he goes, he does great things, played for the Spurs, doing his thing there, and now look at him with the Clippers. You can't take anything away, man. Zubac is also a freaking beast over there. I can't take anything away from these Clippers. I am very disappointed in the Lakers right now for not being the top. I'm sorry, but I'll tell you right now, I am very frustrated with these gosh dang Lakers. It's really irritating me. Regardless, though, this is an all-sports show, not a sports show for me to rant about. Alright, so I gotta tell you right now, y'all, Utah, can we get a hand clap for Utah? The Utah Jazz, man. I mean, can we show this team some love? Look at this team. Look at these cats, man. They went 9-1 in their last 10 games. They're 25-6. Ladies and gentlemen, this team is going places. I mean, seriously, the excitement that the Jazz, they haven't seen no excitement since the freaking postman played there, okay? Karl Malone, the mailman. You know, I mean, they haven't seen this type of play. They haven't seen the first place. They haven't seen first in a while. You know, yeah, I'm not the most savvy with basketball for sure, but I mean, my gosh, Mitchell has played well. Gobert, this team has really done well. And it's exciting to see them play at such a high level. I really am excited for the Utah Jazz. And if this is their year, I mean, I really don't. I think the Lakers are going to pull it together and pull one out. But I'll tell you right now, guys, I'm very excited to see what this team is going to do this year. And if they don't make it all the way, if they fizzle, then they fizzle. But gosh dang it, guys, you cannot tell me that this is not an impressive young team. These guys are strong, man. They have that will. They're a tough team to play against, and I mean, you can't be angry. So, in the last yesterday we had a lot of basketball to be played, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. The Cavaliers win a game! Yay! I'm sorry, can we get a hand clap? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, but I have to give them a little love, y'all. The Cavaliers, 112-111. They beat the Atlanta Hawks. And why am I celebrating this? Because the Cavaliers, let's just face it, the Cavaliers, they're 11-12. That was their 11th game of the season they won. And they beat a team who had more wins than them with the Atlanta Hawks. You know what? Give it to them. I give them some love, y'all. The Pistons. Can we talk a little about the Pistons? The Pistons also, can we get a hand clap for them too? 105-93 last night over the Orlando Magic. You know something? They snapped a 3-game losing streak. Okay, this team, that's their 9th win of the season. They're now 9-22. I'm sorry, but you know what? They need to be every team needs to be a little celebrated, I guess, when things go right for them. That's like talking about my Raiders. But regardless, not too bad. Last night, of course, as I mentioned, the Nets get down, defeating the Kings 127-118. Great job for them. The Warriors, the once mighty Warriors, are just 2 games above 500. 114-106 over the Knicks, who have also been a very impressive team. The Knicks are 15-17. And why am I cheering this team on right now? Because they've proven that they're pretty damn good. Okay, they've actually shown that they're not this step over team anymore. Have they been? Yes. Are they still kind of? A little bit. But you know what? The Knicks have won some impressive games this year in those 15 victories, and I gotta give it to them. Will they be a frontrunner in the East? No. Will they be a deep playoff team? I seriously doubt it. But you know something? It's exciting to see a team like that play. And as for the Warriors, well, we'll find out where they go. The 76ers getting down 109 to 102. You gotta love it. 21 and 11 now on the season, defeating the Raptors, who were also once powerful, now at 500 at 16 and 16. You gotta love it. I'll tell you right now, man, a player who's getting down, Tobias Harris, 23 points tonight. Can we show him a little bit of love, y'all? Can we show him some love? Tobias Harris, man, 23 points, 8 for 12 from the field. And, of course, 4 for 5 free throws. Not a bad day at the office. Also, the Mavericks taking out the Celtics. How about this, guys? The C's have been less than impressive, and I don't think anybody can argue with that. All right, the Celtics have some splaining to do, all right? That's all there is to it. This team isn't the best team in the world. We know, okay? But golly, man, they're playing at a low level. This is a Celtics team that I kind of don't want to see. I want the Lakers and Celtics to face off in a championship in 7 games and go head-to-head for who has the most titles in the NBA. I want to see that. But the Celtics are making me angry because they're not giving us that right now. They lost 110 to 107 last night to the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas, let's just be real, they're not the greatest. I mean, I don't know, but it is what it is. But the way that they lost this game, you can't blame them, man. Doncic is a beast. Dude nails a 3. A last-second 3, man. And the Celtics, the Mavericks beat the Celtics. Can we get a hand clap, y'all? One more time. 110 to 107. Doncic nails that 3-pointer. Game winner! And there you have it, y'all. The Buccaneers. Oh, wow, the Buccaneers. As you can see, I still got football fever, as I always do. But the Bucks. Wrong Bucks, guys. I'm not talking Ohio State either. The Milwaukee Bucks doing the dang thing, man. They step on the Minnesota Timberwolves. 139 to 112. This is kind of sad. I'm concerned for the Timberwolves. This team was once amazing when you had Garnett. Okay, this team was once amazing, and it sucks now to see them just kind of fall apart at 7-25 right now. It's a rough season, and I just hope that they can get some more talent in there. But regardless, 19-3, the Bucks looking good right now. Also from last night, a couple more games, the Nuggets, who have been sneaky impressive too. 17-14, 111 to 106 over the Rip City, y'all, over Portland. They fall to 18-13 on the season, and I'll tell you, man, Jokic is amazing. Dude scores 41 points, goes off last night. They eat the Portland Trailblazers like a bowl of cereal, guys, in front of the cartoons on a Saturday morning. I just got to give you that right now, guys. That was a toughie, or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, rough go for this team. But overall, I'm just really excited with how they've played the Denver Nuggets. I really am. I'm not a Denver fan. As a matter of fact, can't stand them. Okay, I'm a Laker guy. But you know something? You got to give the team some love, and they get a nice victory. Once again, 111 to 106 last night over Portland at home. And then last but not least, the mighty Clippers. This team really got it done last night. I see Mike Pat in the chat room. He's talking about his Washington Wizards. Man, they did beat the Lakers not too long ago, but they have gotten a nice victory over the Lakers. But my goodness, they went to LA last night, and Staples didn't treat them so well. It was a different team, but the Clippers, man, went to town, 135 to 116. Leaving the Washington Wizards at 11-18. And of course, the Clippers will jump to 23-10, and just amazing. I mean, my goodness, Kawhi Leonard, 32 points, 13 for 20 from the field, 3 for 6 in free throws. Bradley Beal did pretty damn good too, okay? You gotta give it to him too. 28 points, he went 12 for 24, so exactly 50% field goal, and 3 for 3 free throw. You know what? We all know the Wizards need some help. They do. The Wizards need some help. And overall, I just feel like right now, this team has really come a long way. The Clippers have come a long way, and the Wizards have a long way to go. it's kind of disappointing to see how crappy they've done, but we'll see. Only time will tell with them getting better. Okay, tonight we got a whole bunch of good games, and we're gonna roll through these real fast. Warriors lead the Pacers 46-45 with 3:41 to go in the second quarter. At the half, we have two games right now where the Celtics lead the Hawks 49. Oh, sorry, the Hawks are actually stomping out the Celtics 72-49, and we have here the Rockets over the Cavaliers 50-48. Good stuff there. Next up, we have the Raptors over the Heat right now, getting close to the end of the first quarter, 32-26 on the road. And the Timberwolves lead the Bulls 36-32 with 11:10 to go in the second quarter. The Pelicans, they have been very less than impressive. I mean, this is the real deal, but it is what it is. This team hasn't really done much, and that's just how it goes. But we shall see how this goes. So, next up here, this team, I just feel they have a lot more to go. They have a long way to go before they're relevant, and I hate to say it, but it's the truth. I mean, let's just be real. I feel like right now, the Pelicans, they're going to need a lot of draft lotto. I mean, they're good, but I don't know. I just feel like they're in so many close ones, and they fall apart. So I just feel like it's that clutch moment, really, you know? So, with that said, y'all, the Cavaliers, I'm all over the place. The Pelicans are trailing the Pistons by 6, 39-33 at the end of the first quarter. Next up here, the Rockets, as I mentioned already, leading the Cavaliers at the half. And let's see here, where are we? I'm sorry, I lost my spot. Okay, next win, Timberwolves and Bulls tied up at 36-36 with 10:30 to go in the second quarter. And here, the Thunder over the Spurs, 28-24, with 10:58 to go in the second quarter. Coming up tonight, Lakers and Jazz, IE Sports Radio NBA Game of the Day. This should be interesting. The Lakers need to step their game up, or else they will fall apart. That's all there is to it. Like, freaking crap. We've already lost 10. We've lost some teams we shouldn't have lost to. Utah is more than a challenge tonight. Can we get it in freaking gear? I know AD being injured is tough. Suck it up, Buttercup. We need to freaking win. Jazz are no joke. This is going to be a great game in Utah tonight. And then, of course, the Hornets taking on the Suns. So, with that said, jumping on into the standings. Let's moving on over here and do the dang thing. In the East right now, we will go from top to bottom. Philadelphia leading the charge, 21-11. The Brooklyn Nets, 21-12. Milwaukee, 19-13. Indiana, 15-14. Toronto, 16-16. We have the Celtics at 15-16, New York Knicks at 15-17, and Chicago at 14-16, and there is that top 8. After that, rounding it out, we have here Charlotte 14-16, Miami at 14-17, Atlanta at 13-18, Orlando at 13-19, Washington at 11-18, ouch, Cleveland at 11-21, and those Pistons round out to the bottom, unfortunately for them, at 9-22. Moving on over to the West. How about this, guys? As I mentioned, this team is nothing to mess with tonight. Tonight for sure for the Lakers, but they're nothing to mess with at all. Utah at 25-6. Then we have the Clippers, 23-10. Lakers, 22-10. Next up, we have here the Phoenix Suns, who have also been sneaky impressive. They really have. 20-10. You gotta love the Spurs. This team is rough and tough, and I love... Pop is the man still, no matter what, okay? 16-11, they sit in currently the 5th spot in the West. Portland at 18-13, and Denver at 17-14. And Golden State, though they've been beaten down, well, guess what, guys? 17-15, they're still hanging on. Then to round out the rest of the West, Dallas at 15-15, Memphis at 13-14. We have here those Pelicans who just can't seem to win the big ones, but hopefully they can pull it together. 13-17. There's so much potential on that team. That's what I'm saying. I just really they wish they kick it into gear. Sacramento at 12-19. Oklahoma at 12-19. Houston at 11-18. And Minnesota rounds it out in the West at 7-25. So there you have it, y'all. This is always fun. Y'all. I love this because let's be real. I am gonna be real. This is going to be fun. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save the playoffs for to start tomorrow. But here's what it is, guys. I was gonna have some fun and give you my winners and all that, but it's irrelevant. So, with that said, y'all, we're gonna take ourselves another break. And when we get back, we got a whole bunch of comments to read. I see Chris Lehman. I see Chris Lehman doing it right now, man, in the chat room. So, we gotta get some comments in a few moments here. But that'll be when we get back, y'all. Thank you all for tuning in tonight to the defining moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We will see y'all on the other side of this break. We got all kinds of crap, y'all. We got so much stuff tonight. This is like a gosh dang plethora of sports. That's what this gosh dang show is all about. So we got soccer coming up, UEFA Champions League. We got some NHL hockey, NCAA sports, including volleyball and track and field. Indoor season is heating up, y'all. We got the Australian Open to talk about. Man, that was a good one. Crazy stuff there. We got some European soccer to get to, and some boxing, probably the knockout of the year, and some MLB coming on up, some big trades, all kinds of goodies. I hope you're excited, y'all. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Motorsports takes many form, and there's one show on IE Sports Radio that's ready to cover it all.
I sure hope you're talking about you and I, Daryl, because I know the Extra Mile is the best place to go for everything motorsports related.
Yes, it is. From NASCAR to IndyCar to sports cars to everything in between, IE Sports Radio has everything covered for the fastest sport in the world.
Plus, don't forget all of our random shenanigans along the way.
That's right, Caitlin. So for plenty of motorsports coverage and plenty of Caitlinisms, check out The Extra Mile on IE Sports Radio with Daryl Kinsey Jr. and Caitlin Seen, Thursdays at 8 p.m.
Were you listening to a great game on USRN, but then the Wi-Fi crashed in the final seconds? Or do you simply want to listen to the best calls we here at USRN have to offer? Well then, you need to go check out our Audio Boom page. It holds a collection of our best calls that you don't want to miss. How do I get there, you ask? You can download the Audio Boom app and look up Ultimate Sports Radio, or simply go to audiobook.com/Ultimate Sports Radio. And as always, thanks for listening and making USRN one of the most talked about sports networks on Mixler.com.
Attention, all sports fans! If you're someone who wakes up each morning with lists of sporting events to go along with your to-do list for the day, then you just might be a diehard. The world of sports is as vast as the ocean is deep, including the major leagues, the minor leagues, the colleges, and everything in between. This is me, your boy Larry B of IE Sports Radio, welcoming you to join me every Monday evening at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on The Defining Moment, a show that focuses on what really matters in the sports world, sports themselves, and nothing outside of them. Once again, tune in for The Defining Moment with me, your boy Larry B, every Monday evening at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on IE Sports Radio, right here on Spreaker.com. We'll see you there.
Sports fans, do you like teams that are tough, cities that are tougher, and fan bases that are passionate about their teams? How about teams that are historic and stadiums that are iconic? Then you belong in Chicago, and you need to check out Chi-Town Weekly. Join me, Adam Kernan, every week as we keep up with all things Chicago sports. Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, White Sox. We'll cover them all, plus more. The Windy City is always buzzing, and we'll keep you up on all the big games and major stories. So tune in to Chi-Town Weekly every week right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Oh yes! It is IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. We are rocking and rolling. Oh, to the guitar. Oh, you gotta love the riff, y'all. Awesome song, Adam. Awesome song. Big shout out to my boy Adam Karnick, one of the COOs of IE Sports Radio, and his great show, Chi-Town Weekly. You want to show him some love, y'all. Give him some love. I'm throwing love to everybody, y'all, tonight. I mean, this is how the way it's got to be, right? Awesome stuff, man. We talked a whole bunch of NBA right now. If you want more NBA, even better than I can ever speak it, it's an awesome language, y'all. You're going to want to tune in to Fast Break, of course, every Sunday evening at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. It is an awesome show. Dantarius Locke and Davidson Crooks do an amazing job. Make sure to show them some love. Just as Davidson pops in like a jack in the box in the chat room, my boy Davidson, man, we just got a whole bunch of NBA talk right now, man, and it was amazing. And I'm really happy that, of course, Davidson's here to join us, man. Awesome stuff. And certainly got a lot of good games going on, but of course, you want to hear more of that. Check it out. If you're a Bulls fan, hey, you're going to want to hear Chi-Town Weekly. That is Monday at 4 p.m. Well, your time would be 7 p.m. Central, may I say. So check that one out. Always a fun show. 6 p.m. Central. Every Monday evening. Awesome show with Adam Karnick and just showing some love there. So with that said, we are actually going to transition right on in to some comments, and then we're getting into some college basketball right now because March Madness is getting real close, and I hope y'all are excited because I know I am. We're doing the damn thing. Tomorrow is going to be... I'm sorry, tomorrow. I saw the comments, and I'm going to read those right now. This year is going to be awesome. Can we one more time, y'all? Can we show some love to everybody, man? That was a part of the calls on USRN, WSR, and IE Sports Radio for the Rolex 24. We called all 24 hours. The first time it was ever done through our family of networks. Go show USRN some love and some WSR, man. Make sure to give them a follow if you haven't already, man. USRN Radio at USRN Radio on Twitter, and of course Wellington Sports. Awesome stuff there at W Sports Radio. Once again, at W Sports Radio, our two sister networks ran by, of course, Matt Owens and Seth Eves and Pierre Moss. Matt Owens, Seth Eves, USRN, Pierre Moss, WSR, and of course, right here at IE Sports Radio. We got every one of those hours called, and guess what, y'all? That was absolutely awesome. Doing that call. And this year, we're going to do the same thing with March Madness, y'all. Not one game will be left. We are going to have every freaking game of March Madness called in, this year's tournament, for the men's tournament. We are going to do it. We're going to try really hard. Well, we can't say we're going to for sure, but we're going to really try hard. So all the podcasters in the chat room, everybody out there, y'all, if you want to call a game, you're listening, you're not even a part of the network, give me a shout out. See what you got. We will be covering every one of those games. It's going to be so much fun when March Madness rolls around in about a month's time, a little bit less than a month. And yeah, so we got coming up, championships and everything coming up. So we got a lot to go. So I have a chat room to get to because my goodness, there is a whole bunch of them. And, so let's go ahead and jump on over here, and I'm just gonna kind of roll through these as fast as I can. This is gonna be fun. Alright, so first things first, thank you, Taryn. The applause button, and can we get a hand clap, y'all? I'm gonna get a lot of that tonight, so if it's a drinking game, then you shouldn't be doing it. But, yeah, I'll tell you, these comments are the best, and tonight, thank you all. Just jump in the chat room and have a good old time. Thank you all. I can't get to everybody, but let's do the dang thing. So, with that said, let's see. There you go. Chris Lehman, I completely agree. The college football playoffs need to be expanded because, money is disgusting, even though it's the way the world goes around. But yeah, Division 3 does it and it works. Division 2 does it and it works. The NAIA does it and it works. The FCS does it and it works. But the FBS has too many bowl games with too much money involved. And oh no, let's all boo-hoo because if the sponsors don't get their money, oh no, we need the Orange Bowl, the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl. We need all of these to be having heavy sponsors. And if we can't have those games every year, heavily sponsored, as heavy as they are, well then, of course, money's going to get lost. So, Lord, I mean, if we ever lose the simple little teeny tiny bowl games we have, that mean actually nothing, where a playoff would mean everything, of course, the world will fall apart. So that makes me sick and I hate it. But I would love to have, like, March Madness. Why can't we have November Madness, or like December Madness and finish like sometime for Christmas or something like that, where the entire championship is played. We can, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just spitballing, but it would be awesome. Or in January even. Have the whole month of January for football. Division 1, Single A. Why can't we do that? Why? Because, of course, money, and it really makes me mad. At least that's what I think. But I would love to see, like, a 24-team tournament. That would be awesome. But, yeah. So, with that said, sorry about that. I know I'm a little bit off there, but awesome comment there, Chris. Yes, Taryn, AD is out. He can't suck it up unless you want him to let him unavailable in the postseason. Lakers will play their best basketball in postseason. Yes, I know he's hurt. I didn't know how long he's hurt out for, but still, this team has a lot of talent on it, and I really, really need to we need to step it up. Tonight, I hope we don't get destroyed by the freaking Jazz. Anyway, yes, Andrew says the Cavs suck, and that is his team, so I totally get him. They've seen better days, for sure. As you can see, Christopher Lehman says here, waiting for Larry to read one of my comments. Getting desperate. Sorry, brother. My bad. All of you guys, too. My apologies. Yes, this has been the actual... Yes, thank you, Mike. The most active chat room in IE Sports Radio history. It's absolutely agreed. And yeah, y'all, can we show some love to Taryn, man, the chat room and his chat rooms? I know I gotta get in there myself on set point, but the man does an amazing job. One of our COOs as well here at IE Sports Radio. The guys are ridiculous, man. He covers everything when I can't do it. So one of our COOs, man, can we get a hand clap for Taryn, man? Taryn Rodriguez. The guy's the real deal. He hosts our volleyball show. We're talking about some volleyball just a little bit coming up. It's NCAA volleyball. Check him out. Mondays. He can switch this time today. So Mondays, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Catch Taryn Rodriguez with Set Point. And on Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's a 2-hour show, and my goodness, it's amazing, covering all Southern California sports. If you're a Southern California sports fan, then this is the show for you, because it's going to be awesome. It has so many great leads. I mean, the guy is amazing, man. Taryn does a great job, so you got to show him some love covering all Southern California sports in there. So, big ups, man, for sure. So, all right, let me go ahead and roll on through these comments as fast as I can. I know I keep on saying that, but, all right. Anyone else see Joe Burrow is coming back? New workout video. Dude, I want to see Joe Burrow do his thing this year, man. I am so excited. My apologies, Taryn. I didn't mean for you to delete that. The storage space thing is annoying here on Spreaker. My apologies. I know I have to delete some shows sometimes, and I got to try to save them all, but it's tough. I got to work harder on that, so my apologies. But with that said, thought Larry was watching the hit movie Drumline featuring Nick Cannon for a few minutes there. I know. You gotta love these segments, though, right? The music makes it better, in my opinion. So, anyway, with that said, y'all, we're going to move on here and just kind of move up through the comments. Yeah, awesome stuff. And apparently I'm going to be a guest tomorrow on the Extra Mile. I didn't even know that, but I've been recruited and my team needs me. So catch me apparently tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern, with Daryl Kinsey Jr., of course, Michael Ward, and Christopher Lehman. I will be talking who knows what, but I'm ready for it. I love some NASCAR. We have some great NASCAR in the last 2 weeks. Double dip of Daytona. We got the Roval and Daytona, the actual super speedway. Awesome stuff there. I don't care how it was delayed. It's a great race no matter what. I heard them talking last week. Should they move the time? Yes, because I don't care. I'll wake up earlier. I seen somebody in their chat room say that last week, and I said it the same thing. I don't know where he lives, but I guess he lives over here on the West Coast somewhere. I don't care. I will watch it. I will watch it if it's earlier to just keep the weather from ruining the race. I will. So, With that said, apparently Chris is a big Villanova guy. So Villanova Wildcats. And there you have it. So, the drinking game has started, and with the hand clap thing and the applause button. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I go ahead and throw this in here, because Mike Pat is in the house. Can we get a hand clap? My boy Mike Pat. Ladies and gentlemen, Sunday evenings, 5 p.m. Pacific time, or 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Catch Let's Whine About Sports. Mike is the real deal, and I love it. This is an amazingly great show. The man pours himself some delicious bubbly wine, or it may not be bubbly, I don't know. He pours himself some wine, and he always says to drink responsibly, because I don't know I forgot where he got this from, somewhere on Facebook or something like that, but he says a DUI is a lot less expensive than Uber, so I completely agree with that. Do not drink and drive. We do not condone that here at iSports Radio at all, or even myself, I don't condone that. And I gotta tell you right now, y'all, it's a great show. Mike does an amazing job pouring himself a few glasses of wine. The guy is an expert, and I'll call him that because he's awesome. So he talks about wine, drinks some sports, drink some sports, my goodness. He talks about wine and drinks some wine and talks about sports, and there you have it, y'all. So I'm just going way too fast here tonight, but I'm loving it. The energy is loud, and we're about to get crazy right now into our next segment. But I'll tell y'all right now, great stuff, Mike Pat. And of course, check out all of these articles, man. You gotta, real quick, I think it's up already on iSports Radio, but this is awesome, man. Mike just keeps on doing the dang thing in the iSports Radio blog. This was written by Mike Pat. Just put it up 17 minutes ago. King Kamara. Usman destroys Gilbert Burns. So this is a big one, written by Marcus Lowe's Great. Actually just published right now a little bit ago, so make sure you check that out. I got to start putting those back up on the iSports Radio website. But great stuff, man, and great content. I know Taryn's a writer, Marcus is a writer, Mike is a writer, so hey, iSports Radio blog, you got to show some love, man, and go read these articles. They do an amazing job. So, with that said, y'all, it's about that time to get on in to the next segment, and that, of course, is college basketball. Who's ready? I'm ready. Let's do the dang thing. Alrighty, we're gonna start with women's hoops because, my goodness, there's been some great games. Top 25 action. Top 25 on Top 25 Monday. Number 4, Stanford, who was dethroned from number 1. They certainly haven't had the best season, but they haven't had the worst season either. They are currently 21-2 on the season, currently hanging on to number 4. They will defeat the number 9 Arizona Wildcats 62-48. Pretty decisive victory there. Pretty good win, as the Arizona Wildcats, the Lady Wildcats, will fall to 15-3, but they're still at number 9, so I'm just saying. Their rankings, actually, they're still at number 9, so I'll get to the rankings momentarily. But in the last couple of days, Maryland has no problem destroying Iowa 111-93 on Tuesday, doing their thing at number 8. Wednesday, it's been a big day. Let's talk about these top 25 teams. Rutgers, number 25, Rutgers defeats Michigan State 63-53. Number 13, USF, South Florida 56-47 over Temple. Then we have a rivalry that you gotta love. I love this Big Ten rivalry in football, and I love it in every other sport too. Penn State, how about this one, y'all? Show love to the Nittany Lions. The Lady Nittany Lions, upset complete, 69-67. How about this? Penn State, Nia Beverly, I'll butcher her name, but 21 points, 9 from 11 from the field, and 0 for 1 with free throw, but it doesn't matter, because they got the victory, y'all. Big victory over number 15, Ohio State, 69-67 today. Nice work to the Nittany Lions. Also, we got another upset in the house. Can we show some love to Marquette? Can we get a hand clap? Oh, I love this. I'm loving this. Marquette, 85-71 over number 24, DePaul. These ladies balled out. Nice victory over number 24. Number 11, Indiana over Wisconsin, 77-49. And number 23, Missouri State over Southern Illinois, 67-55. Currently, right now, we got some games in progress. Number 18, West Virginia, currently falling apart. My goodness, 72-55 with 4:52 to go. This is a Big 12 beatdown. My goodness, Iowa State, the Lady Cyclones getting down, and I'm loving it. This is awesome. Nice job there. And currently, right now, Number 7, Baylor. That's a big-time team. I mean, if you guys remember, Brittany Griner played for Baylor. That was a little bit ago, a couple years back. But my goodness, Baylor has been a powerhouse for quite some time. Another Big 12 game going on right now as they're leading the unranked Oklahoma State the Cowgirls at 35-21 at the half. So there we have it, the current rankings. Actually, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about some big time games coming up this week, because I am excited, y'all. Tomorrow, number 19 Kentucky at 15-6 will be taking on number 17 Georgia at 17-4. Should be a good game there. And of course, coming up on Friday, I don't care if one is unranked, we have a battle in Southern California. USC at 10-10 will be taking on the number 10 UCLA Lady Bruins. The ladies of Troy will be taking on those Lady Bruins at just the right time for Taryn and the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, y'all. That is going to be a battle. Oh my goodness. Let's go, Lady Trojans, the Lady of Troy. It's going to be a good one, though, y'all. In the Poly Pavilion, it's going to be a good one. Hope you're ready to rock and roll, because here we go. It's going to be quite the battle coming up on Friday. And then, of course, Saturday, number 11, Indiana, and number 15, Ohio State. Can Ohio State bounce back? And that's pretty much it for this week. Talking about the rankings, or the top games, that is, ranked on ranked. In the rankings, from 25 to 21, we have Rutgers, DePaul, Missouri State, South Dakota State, Gonzaga, and there is from 25 to 21. Next up, we have from 20 to 16, Tennessee, the Lady Vols, Kentucky, West Virginia, Georgia, and the Lady Razorbacks of Arkansas. From 15 to 11, we have here Ohio State, Oregon, USF, Michigan, and Indiana. Next up, the top 10. From 10 to 6, the UCLA Bruins at 13-4, the Arizona Wildcats at 15-2, the Maryland Lady Terps at 16-2, Baylor at 17-2, and Louisville, the Lady Cardinals, at 20-2. And your current top 5 right now. This team has been to the top of the mountain a few times, and these ladies are not holding back. They just dropped 3 spots. I get it. They had a tough go, but they're still there. South Carolina at 18-3. Stanford jumping up 2 spots at 20-2. TAMU, Texas A&M, the Lady Aggies at 20-1, jumping up 2 spots. Also jumping up 2 spots this week at 15-2. How about the Lady Wolfpack of NC State? And of course, number 1, Gino Auriemma keeps this team coming. He keeps them going. He keeps this team strong. And I am so freaking excited for the next chapter in this amazing dynasty of UConn. I mean, the great players keep coming, and I love it. 18-1, and I guess I should say the continued dynasty, because they're not done yet at number 1. Alrighty, here we go on to some men's basketball, some NCAA hoops. Let's do the dang thing. Terrence says I might have to depart for a little bit, so big ups to you, Terrence. Thanks for being a part of the show, brother. Handle your business. To everybody in the chat room still, let's stay handy. Here we go. We have some basketball to be played. Men's hoops tonight. The game that's just about to get down right now. Number 6, Alabama, taking on number 20, Arkansas. My goodness, this is gonna be a gosh dang battle. An SEC face-off, if you will. Oh, I love it. This is going to be a game that we're excited for. Jaden Shackelford right now, 14.5 points a game, 40.5 field goal percent, and 76% from the free throw. Moses Moody leading his team with 16.2 points average, 44% field goal, and 82.4 free throw. My goodness, This is going to be a good game. ESPN, the ESPN Sports Center app, where I'm getting all my sources from here tonight, have Arkansas winning this game by 2. Head on over to ESPN 2, because this one's about to get down. I am so excited for this game. That should be quite the battle. So, from this past week, Sunday, my goodness, can we get here we go. How can we get a hand clap for Michigan? This rivalry is one of my favorite rivalries in all of sports. It really is absolutely amazing. This is such a freaking awesome rivalry. I will watch these two face off in arm wrestling, because that's how awesome these sports are. That's how awesome this two programs are. Michigan will pull it off. What about this, guys? How about this? Hunter Dickinson, 22 points and 9 rebounds. Also, Eli Brooks scored 17 as the gentlemen of Michigan. The Wolverines will defeat their bitter rivals, Ohio State. I know Andrew's not liking that one very much in the chat room, but my goodness, what a game, as those Wolverines will defeat Ohio State 92-87 on the road, dropping Ohio State to 18-5 on the season as Michigan jumps to 16-1. That was number 3 versus number 4. Michigan was number 3, Ohio State was number 4, and what a freaking game that was. Awesome job there. Also, moving on next day, actually, a few days, moving on over. Oh no, Monday. Giant upset. How about those Oklahoma State Pokes, those Cowboys, in overtime? They will knock off their Big 12 rivals. Well, one of them. Number 18, Texas Tech, 74-69. You gotta love this, man. Cunningham does a dang thing. He scores 20 points. Cade Cunningham. Watch out for this young man. He plays some good basketball, and I'm really excited for them. They pulled off the upset. Upset complete as the Oklahoma State Pokes pull off the victory. Next up here on 2. Yesterday we had some ranked games here. Actually, you said 1. We had some upsets, but Michigan State will actually upset number 5 Illinois 81-72. Great job by the Michigan State Spartans. Coach Izzo, I know this has been a rough year, but my goodness, man, you gotta show some love though. This team, they're still mighty. They're 12-9. Are they going to be a deep team in March Madness? I would love it, but I don't think so. So anyway, with that said, some more upsets here. Georgia Tech, how about them Yellow Jackets defeating number 16 Virginia Tech 69-53. And there you have it, all their upset. Kansas State defeating number 7 Oklahoma. Down goes Boomer Sooner and the Wildcats of Kansas State 62-57. Great victory for them. Then of course another upset. There's something in the air. The upsets are everywhere. Ole Miss at 60. Defeats the number 24 Missouri Tigers. Mizzou at 60-53. Next up, a big-time victory here. Number 14 Texas in overtime defeats Rock Chalk, the Kansas Jayhawks, 75-72. Oh, it's been awesome. Tonight, right now, right here, right now, as Fat Boy Slim would say. This is for my boy in the chat room, Mike Pat. Sir, your Florida State Seminoles are getting down right now. 38-21 currently in the first half with 4:43 to go. This number 11 team is looking good right now. 13-3 on the season. And you gotta love the poise of this team. Right now, the current leader of this game, Sardar Calhoun, I hopefully didn't butcher his name there, 9 points so far on the game, 4 for 5 field goals, and he's 0 for 0 from the free throw line. But you know, this is a strong team, and I'm really hoping that this team really pulls out, man, because this is such a great team, man. This is such a good team. I'm really excited for Florida State this year. This team has a bunch of go-getters, a bunch of young men who are really excited to play this game. And I'll tell you right now, it shows. This 13-3 record, I don't care who they've played, who they haven't played. This is a good, very good basketball team. And you know what? It's exciting to see them play. as well as they have. It really is. Osborne, Gray, Evans, Wilkes, and Polite. These guys are, even the guys off the bench overall, I just got to say, this team is a very good team. And, it's exciting to see them play. And right now, the Calhoun, of course, off the bench, he's actually up, I don't know if he's their sixth man, but coming off the bench tonight, scoring, doing his thing, playing great basketball. So it's really cool to see this team play. It really is. So, in the chat room, Mike says here, freaking massive team too. I don't think we have a player on the rotation shorter than 6'4". Yeah, this is a huge team. These guys are like NBA ready. I'm just kidding. Maybe not that crazy, but these guys they got the size. And this is going to be a special year for them. I don't know how far they're going to go in the ACC tournament. I don't know if they're going to win it all. They have the team to do it. Can they? We'll see. Can this team get a nice deep run? I want to see them do it. I really do. I want to see this team pull it off, and go deep in this tournament. But look at this too. Mike Pat says 2 7-footers off the bench. I don't even know who they are, but my goodness, this team is strong. So Taryn says hopefully I can get back before we talk volleyball. Oh, yeah, Taryn will be my guide for volleyball, man. And of course, gotta show some love, y'all, to the Wait a Minute Show, Jelani JB Bodie. He's live right now, so gotta show him some love. But Mike says, neither do I. All right, y'all, let's continue it on here as Florida State continues to lead 41-22. All right, next up here right now, we got some more games going on tonight here. Number 25, Tennessee, currently leading. Well, it's actually tied up. The game just started over on SEC Network. Number 25, Tennessee and Vanderbilt, 3-3. We have number 3, Creighton and DePaul going at it right now. They just started. And NC State will pull off the upset, 68-61 over number 15, Virginia. So coming up this week, we got some more games of the week. Let's see if we got some here. I don't see, actually. Oh, man. Well, that's a bummer. Number 10, West Virginia, and number 2, Baylor has been canceled for tomorrow, so that's a toughie. And let's hopefully we get a ranked on Saturday. But do we? And I see one. Yes, number 2, Baylor. Hey, I like it. Number 22, Baylor, and number 17, Kansas, about to go at it on Saturday. That should be quite the battle. And we also have a rivalry game here as Oklahoma State takes on number 7, Oklahoma. These should be some good battles. Also, I guess you can call this a rivalry game too. 2 Texas teams. Number 14, Texas. Oh, actually, this is ranked on ranked. Number 14, Texas, taking on number 18, Texas Tech. Big 12 battles there. So, all right, let's get on into those rankings before we get to our break here. So, current top 25, courtesy of the ESPN Score Center app where I'm getting my sources from. Let's continue it on here tonight. Alrighty, from 25 to 21, we have Tennessee, Mizzou, of course, Missouri, Wisconsin, San Diego State, and I had to even look at this one, Loyola Chicago, the Ramblers. How do you like that? Remember that deep run a few years ago to the Sweet 16? Or was it the Elite 8? Regardless, let's love these Ramblers, y'all. From 20 to 16, we have Arkansas, USC, Texas Tech, Kansas, and number 16, Virginia Tech. After that, from 15 to 11, Virginia, Texas, Creighton, Houston, and rounding it out at number 11, Florida State. Next up, from 10 to 6, West Virginia, Iowa, Villanova. There you go, Chris. There's your team, your Wildcats. Then number 7, Oklahoma Boomer Sooner. And number 6, Alabama Davidson, your team is here. And of course, the top 5 at 16 and 5. We have the Illinois. I love this, y'all. The Fighting Illini of Illinois at 18 and 5. We have those scarlet and gray wearing Buckeyes out of Ohio State staying at number 4. Them staying at number 4. Staying at number 3. Michigan at 16 and 1, Baylor at 17 and 0 at number 2, and number 1 Gonzaga at 22 and 0. This team is on a streak. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for some college hoops. When we get back, we're talking some hockey right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
To the Soccer Scoreboard Show with your host, Gabriel Montoya. This is the show for soccer, football fans, or whatever you call the beautiful game. Every week I tackle the latest and greatest news from around the soccer world. From the English Premier League to the World Cup to MLS, Liga MX, and more. You can listen to the Soccer Scoreboard Show and our lineup of fantastic guests every Friday at noon here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Lopan, they didn't even want you. Heck, they didn't even want me. But you know what? Right about now, they have no choice. Looking for the real sports talk? Talk that's for us, the people? Look no further. The Wait a Minute Show, a prime time sports comedy cocktail that tucks you in at night. Join me and Lopan Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 2livestewsradio.com and Saturday 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the waitaminuteShow.com. Sounds like a plan to me. Ain't that right, Lopan? Indeed.
Hi everybody, it's Calvin here from USRN, here to give you an important message. Since 2017, we have done our absolute best to provide you with nothing but the highest quality of sports calls in the greatest of quantity possible. Thanks to you, our station has grown more than we ever thought. That's why, with your help, we would like to grow even further. Just think, twice the amount of your favorite calls, 24 hours of coverage, talk shows, play-by-play, game-by-game analysis, and so much more. That's right, USRN2 is officially in development, but we can't do it alone. We have set up a GoFundMe page that you can access from our homepage on the left of your screen. We also are planning special giveaways and prizes to our highest owners. Our goal here at USRN is to bring you the best calls possible at no cost to you. In order to continue to do that, we need your help now. Please check out our GoFundMe page, and if you would like to know how you can help, you can email usrnradio@gmail.com. Without your support, we couldn't do what we do.
We have returned! I hope y'all miss me. Did you miss me? I had to step away to get some water because I am freaking parched. Alright, I am parched, as Phil Jones of The Unfiltered Truth would say. You gotta catch, if you're a Raider fan, you gotta catch my boy Phil, man. Phil Jones and my boy Phil Robinson III. Every Friday evening, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. They got their YouTube channel going, but of course it is a show of IE Sports Radio, so you'll get the replay later here on the podcast version, but you will also get lots more coming up. You will have you get lots more on the YouTube channel at The Unfiltered Truth. Find them on YouTube and check them out, of course. Friday evenings, you gotta show them some love. They do a great job talking Raiders football, and they cover pretty much everything. So, with that said, once again, big shout out to the chat room, y'all. We're getting down and dirty tonight. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in and showing us love. Let's keep the party going. Alright, y'all. College hockey, there's not a whole bunch to get to, but my goodness, is there not a whole bunch to get to? This is actually pretty entertaining. This has been a very cool season. NCAA hockey usually flies under the radar. It's so under the radar that I have to go to a whole new website to get all the stats at USCHO.com. Once again, it's courtesy of USCHO.com. You gotta show us some love there. You gotta show them some love. They got their own podcast, which I gotta get back on. I was listening to it before, but anyway, with that said, we got some big games coming up. We're only gonna do a preview of some games coming up this week. But some big time college hockey coming up this weekend for you. The big one is the WCHA, which should be the Big Ten, but this is the WCHA, the conference, and these are two Big Ten teams. Once again, the conference is the WCHA. Number 1, Wisconsin will be taking on number 7, Minnesota Duluth. Just so you know, Minnesota Duluth these dudes are hardcore, man. Like, this has been such a good team the last couple of years. So we're going to keep it going. Oh, by the way, shout out to Chris Lehman. He's tapping out and heading to bed. Take care, good sir, and thank you for tuning in tonight, man. It's a long show, so thank you for sticking around as long as you have, brother. So, number 1, Wisconsin. Once again, those Badgers. I'm sorry, this is the ladies, by the way. I'm sorry. The ladies. Number 1, Wisconsin, and number 7, Minnesota Duluth go at it this Friday, and I believe it's a double. They have, of course, the series. That's how it works in college hockey. They usually have 2 games, so that will continue on Saturday. So it's a pretty good battle there for those ladies, and I think it's the only ranked-on-ranked battle, if I'm not mistaken, yes, of the weekend. So the first game coming up will be on Friday, as, once again, number 1, Wisconsin takes on number 7, Minnesota Duluth at 5:07 Central Time, and then the next game will be at 2:07 Central Time on Saturday, where number 1, Wisconsin and number 7, Minnesota Duluth will go at it yet again. Let's go over these rankings real fast, because there has been a lot of moving around, I'm sure. This is, once again, y'all, overlooked. NCAA hockey is so overlooked, but let's take a quick look here at the top 10, courtesy once again of USCHO.com. We have Providence from 10 to 6. Providence, Clarkson, Penn State, Minnesota Duluth, and Boston College in the current top 5 at 10-5-1. We have Colgate, a team who's very familiar with being near the top. Minnesota at 11-7-1. Ohio State, the Lady Buckeyes at 11-5. Northeastern. I almost said Western. Northeastern of Boston at 17-1-1. And Wisconsin, the Lady Badgers at 11-2-1. How about those ladies, y'all? Next up, we'll be moving on in over to the men of NCAA hockey, and I think we got some good ones coming up here this weekend. My goodness, starting it off on Thursday, as a matter of fact. Tomorrow we got one. Number 9, Definng State taking on number 3, Minnesota State, a team who really went deep last year, Minnesota State. Then, of course, we have some more ranked here. The Big Ten is actually it actually is a conference in men's hockey, not in women's hockey. It's WCHA. But great stuff there. This weekend, Notre Dame takes on Michigan State, and Ohio State taking on number 5, Wisconsin. Should be some good stuff there. And then some more ranked battles for you. Number 9, Massachusetts, UMass taking on number 1, Boston College. Those BC Eagles, man, are certainly a force to freaking reckon with. Great stuff there. And there you have it. So, after that, number 2, North Dakota will be taking on number 11, Omaha, coming up this week. This week. And if I'm not mistaken, that is it for the ranked games. No! Actually, coming up on Saturday, we got a whole freaking bunch of them, I think. This looks pretty good. Number 14, Providence taking on number 17, Northeastern there. And number 6, St. Cloud State taking on number 10. Number 10, Minnesota Duluth. Should be a battle there. Minnesota State taking on Definng State again. That is on Saturday. And there you have it. And then on to Sunday, Northeastern and number 17, Northeastern at number 14, Providence State for round 2 of their battle there. And on to Tuesday of next week, number 18, Lake Superior taking on number 19, Definng State. And of course, game 2 of that will be on Wednesday, March 3rd next week, a week from today. So we'll talk about all that coming up next week, and a little bit of rankings for you in college hockey. For the men, once again, this is all courtesy of USCHO.com. From 20 to 16, Michigan Tech, Definng State. Let's see here. Lake Superior, Northeastern, and AIC. From 15 to 11, we have Clarkson, Providence, Bowling Green, Quinnipiac, and Omaha. From 10 to 6, Minnesota Duluth, UMass, Boston University, Michigan, and St. Cloud. And then, of course, from 5 to 1, Wisconsin at 5-8-1, Minnesota at 19-5-0, Minnesota State at 15-2-1, North Dakota at 17-4-1, and Boston College at 15-3-1. And those are your current rankings there for college hockey. let's move on into the hard hits of the NHL, y'all, because this should be quite the battle. I love it. You got some great hockey going on here tonight. Big ups to everybody once again still in the chat room, y'all. Once again, the chat room was bumping earlier tonight. Thank you for everybody tuning in. Let's keep the party rolling. Here we go. As we have a little bit of talk from tonight's game of the night is going to be freakish, man. The Kings at 8-6-3. They had a freaking comeback for the ages last week. They'll be taking on the Blues, former champs, of course, at 10-7-2 right now. They're doing great. They're leading that West. That is going to be quite the battle tonight, coming up in just a few moments here. So get excited, guys. This is going to be a really good battle. I'm excited, man. The Kings have played pretty good. I'm really excited for the Kings because this team has really, Quick has shown that he's still quick. Get it? But he's still, pun intended. He's not the youngest guy out there, but he's still freaking balling, man. He's a veteran. The guy is the real deal, man. Coming in at 34 years old. It looks like he's still in his prime, man. The guy is freaking great. So, Kopitar with 21 points leading the team right now, and Huron with 19 points leading the Blues. This should be a good little battle tonight here. So, by the way, tonight, my goodness, a game that should have been, this should have been so much closer, but I couldn't even tell you what happened. The Hurricanes completely fell apart. Well, the Lightning, the champion, by the way, the defending champion, Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay has been doing it, right, this year. We've got the Bucks winning it, Lightning winning it. They just derailed the Hurricanes tonight. 3-0 at home. Completely destroy the Hurricanes. You can't ask for something better than that. They got a nice victory there. So, with that said, we got the Flyers leading the Rangers right now 4-3. This is quite a battle. We have 5:38 to go in the third period. That's a pretty good game. The Flames leading the Maple Leafs 1-0 with 2:09 to go in the third quarter. That game's getting down here. My Ducks taking on the Coyotes. That game's about halfway through the first period right now. The Wild leading the Avalanche about halfway through the first period. And then earlier today, the Stars will just literally smack around the Panthers a lot like the way the Lightning did the Hurricanes, because this was just ugly. 3-0, the Stars win it on the road over the Panthers. So, coming up, some big games of the week that I'm pretty excited for. Bruins and Islanders tomorrow should be a pretty good game, as well as the Penguins and the Capitals. These, you gotta love this. Sidney Crosby, man. This guy is just everywhere at once. One of the greatest hockey players of our time. Really excited to see him get out there and ball, man. Well, and I don't know what you call it, hockey, puck, but they get down. So you gotta love it, and really exciting for this team right now. I'm really excited because a couple days ago, by the way, and you gotta, once again, let's whine about sports. Because in case you don't know, Mike Pat is a dominantly DC guy. He is a big time nation's capital fan, of course, following all those sports. So he gave us his all-time Capitals team, which is pretty cool a couple days ago. So big ups to you, Mike. That was pretty cool. And tomorrow, his Capitals will be taking on the Penguins. That's going to be quite the battle. You got 10-6-1, 21 points for the Penguins. Capitals at 9-5-4 with 22 points. This should be a pretty good battle. We got game number 2, if you will, of the Hurricanes and Lightning. Can the Hurricanes avenge, of course. And there you go. Blackhawks and Blue Jackets. That should be a pretty good battle as well. Oh, that should be fun, man. Ohio. We have the State of Ohio podcast here. Of course, State of Ohio with Andrew Hagenbaum at 6 p.m. Eastern Time every Friday evening just before the SoCal Spring Sports Show. He'll be cheering on his Blue Jackets. And Adam Karnick, you already heard me talk about his show on Mondays at 6 p.m. Central Time. You gotta show them some love too. Their teams will be going at it on Friday night. Tomorrow night. That should be quite the battle. And there you kind of have it. There's really nothing more. I guess Oilers and Canucks could be a really good game tomorrow night as well. But overall, not too shabby there. And really, that's kind of it. I don't really see anything for Friday. Let's hope Saturday has some intriguing games. Let's go down the list real fast. Penguins and Islanders should be pretty good on Saturday as well. Hurricanes and Panthers, two teams who will be licking their wounds, especially after today's games, but we'll see if they can redeem themselves before that. This should be a good one, by the way. Maple Leafs and Oilers on Saturday as well. The Maple Leafs at 14-2-2, and the Oilers at 13-8-0, going at it. And then a nice little West battle. I think should be pretty good. The Kings second on the Wild on Saturday night as well. Kings at 8-6-3, Wild at 9-6-0. Will this change by then? Of course, because we'll have some games between them. But other than that, and Blue Sharks, that should be a good one as well. And Canadians and Jets. So we got some really good hockey coming up this weekend. Let's take a look here at the overall standings right now in the NHL. Alright, so in the Central, we have Florida, which surprisingly just got smacked around earlier. I'm just saying, this has been kind of rough for them, man. Florida is leading right now, but it's been kind of rough. Like I said, it was tough go for them, but they're leading right now with 26 points. Tampa Bay right behind them with 25 points. Carolina at 25 points. We have here Chicago with 24 points. The Blue Jackets with 21. This is a tight division, y'all. Then we have breaking off a little bit. Dallas with 16 points. Nashville with 16 points. And the Red Wings with 13 points. All right, next up in the East, we have Boston leading the charge with 22 points. Washington, the Capitals, with 22. Pittsburgh with 21. The New York Islanders with 21. Big shout out to New York, by the way. Earlier today, got to show some love to Harrison Glazer and Pierre Moss with the Show That Never Sleeps podcast. Of course, that's every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. They rep for the show tonight. They always do a great job, so I got to show them some love. And I really enjoy their show. So they do a great job, and, big ups to them, because this is where their New York teams fall. I mean, the Sabres aren't... Yeah, I mean, this is where all their teams are. They don't really cover the northern New York, but still, that's, they're still covering at least two of these teams here. So, the Islanders here with 21 points. Then we have Philly, the Flyers, with 19 points. The Rangers with 15. The New Jersey Devils with 14. And the Buffalo Sabres with 14. Next up in the North, Toronto with 30 points. They're looking pretty sharp out front. Edmonton with 26 points. Winnipeg with 23. Montreal with 22, Calgary with 19, Vancouver with 18, and Ottawa with 13. And then into the West, Vegas doing the dang thing, man. 23 points, looking good. St. Louis Blues with 22, Colorado with 19, the Los Angeles Kings with 19, Arizona with 19, and Minnesota with 19, San Jose with 16, and my beloved Ducks, who are just not playing so great this year, with 15 points. With that said, y'all, that'll do it for some hockey, and we got to take ourselves another break. When we get back, we got lots more sports coming up. We got all kinds of crap, some boxing, UEFA Champions League, you name it. We're going to be talking about some college volleyball, track and field, some stories there. We'll be having some fun with that. So, with that said, you're listening to The Defining Moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Vince Wright, the sports governor from the great state of Minnesota, and I want to thank you for listening to Sports Done Right. Make sure you're checking us out on all of our platforms, whether it's Spreaker.com, XSquadAffiliates.com. We're also heard on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, so keep it tuned here. More great things coming from Sports Done Right.
Here comes the pitch. And it comes in wide.
On the BS3 Sports Show.
Welcome to the BS3 Sports Podcast. We hope your experience with us is amazing. Sports talk, comedy, social issues, and more. BS3 is the best source. Can you dig it, you son? Lay down music,
Hey, what's up, BS3 sports fans? If you love listening to the BS3 Sports Show. Check out the weekend wrap-up every Monday at 12:15 Central Time, 1:15 Eastern, recapping the weekend in sports like you never heard it before. Comedy, interactive chat room. It's a must listen. Weekend wrap-up on Spreaker.com, part of the X Squad. Check it out. You won't be disappointed.
What's going on, football fans? This is me, your boy Larry, inviting you to join myself, Colin Reynolds, Mike Pat, and John Felipe for one of the most electrifying football shows you have ever heard. 3 and Out, right here at IE Sports Radio. Recap of the week before, a preview of what's to come, and of course, 3 hardcore head-to-head prime-time face-offs each week. You don't want to miss it.
What's happening, sports fans? Are you a fan of Southern California sports? Are you looking for a show hotter than a hot summer day in California? Then look no further than the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, where I talk about all things Southern California sports. That's right, all sports teams from Southern California. From the hard-hitting tackles of the NFL, to the killer crossovers and big three-pointers of the NBA and WNBA, to the grand slams of the MLB, to the bone-chilling goals of the NHL, and to the booming kicks of the MLS, the SoCal Supreme Sports Show has it all for you. Oh, and let us not forget about the college sports as well. So join me, Taryn Rodriguez, every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson.
It's your boy, Dentarius Lava.
And we are the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That gives you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
What's
good, fight fans? It's your boy, Marcus Los Great. Here to give you what you want. Here to give you what you need. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm coming to you live, straight from your mama's basement with a crispy white tea. We are coming to you live every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Welcome back, sports fans. My goodness, we're already at an hour and 40 minutes. Oh, I knew this show wouldn't be short. It never is. But you gotta love it, y'all. It's all about the sports and how we do it and how we love it. So, with that said, thank you to everybody once again who's in the chat room and showing us love, listening to the live version. If you're listening to the podcast, thank you for showing us love as well. Be a little more tightened up next week. Hopefully, got some pretty big news. Got a pretty cool job interview tomorrow, so please pray for me. I am hoping to land this sucker. And if it all comes together, we shall see. So I will find out, when the show will be and everything like that. But I got to know that first, of course, if I get hired. So, with that said, let's go ahead and move it on now. You just heard the man, Mr. Marcus Los Great, every Tuesday evening. Just had a great show last night. I got to hear the replay on the podcast. But 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern. Check out Gloves Off, the Gloves Off podcast here at IE Sports Radio. Talking all boxing. And I'll tell you right now, I'm pretty certain that my man Marcus Los Great was talking about this last night. This was just... my goodness. There was a knockout last night, or a couple nights ago on Saturday night, that was just ugly. I mean, my goodness. I felt really bad. But, of course, I guess everyone has their day. As my grandfather said about this fight, every dog has his day, and my goodness, man, Burchell just wasn't. Wow, it's a bummer for him, but you can't be mad at the man. Oscar Valdez is a freaking beast. He laid out Burchelt, and in one of the nastiest knockouts I've seen. Watching the replay right now on the IE Sports Radio reel on Instagram, and I mean, he just puts him down. 10th round, and just lays him down. I did read somewhere, I think on Twitter or somewhere, but that Miguel Burchell is actually okay. I mean, he's okay, thank God, but he stayed there for a little bit. He was down, and I don't know if he was unconscious. He looks like it here when he was down, but thank God he's okay. But man, what a furious knockout. He actually kind of he was coming forward for an attack, and with a counter punch, Oscar Valdez just lays him down, and it was pretty nasty. He stung him, and he was just already. Burchell wasn't really. I mean, from what it looks like, he wasn't really winning the fight, and it just seems like he was throwing a flurry and just going forward, and just Valdez caught him. And with that said, y'all, congratulations to the new WBC Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Oscar Valdez. Amazing job. Top-ranked boxing, man. Great stuff. And that same exact night, by the way, of unanimous decision, Adrian Bronner would defeat Santiago that night as well. So good job to Adrian Bronner and Broner. 2 great victories on Saturday night, and man, those were some toughies. I'll tell you right now. So next up, we have a fight I'm just going to be real. I don't think it's going to be much of a fight at all. But it's the next big one coming up, and that is next weekend. Actually, no, this weekend. We have Canelo Alvarez, of course, taking on Avni Yildirim, I believe is how you say his. I don't know what's his name, but Yildirim. And I don't know anything about him, but I do know a little bit about Canelo, just a little bit. And the guy's a freaking beast. This dude, I mean, come on, man. You move up. You move to fight the Crusher. Okay, number one thing, a guy with the nickname the Crusher is already nasty enough. And if you know Sergey Kovalev and how good he is, him and Andre Ward have had some fights, good stuff. But I'll tell you what, it was a pretty good little battle. I mean, right now, Canelo's team, but they're a bunch of fighters. This is a very good, very, very, very good camp. His team, he always give good camps, and he's done it, guys. He fought at 154. He went all the way up to like 181 or 180 to fight Kovalev. He defeated him. I mean, he defeats everybody. Canelo is a freaking beast, so I think he's going to win this fight too. But, should be a good one, hopefully. At least get a little bit of a fight. But other than that, really nothing big coming up for the next couple of weeks. That's the only one, courtesy of the boxing schedule here on the ESPN SportsCenter app. The next big actual, name versus name kind of fight that looks like it should be decent will be on March 13th on DAZN, where Juan Francisco Estrada will be taking on Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez for Estrada's WBC title and for Estrada's WBA title. So this is a title versus title looking to unify here. So should be pretty good there, hopefully, but we'll talk about that more when we get there, and that should be more of an in-depth talk. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So that's kind of it for boxing. Let's move on to the next. Alrighty, we have now graduated from boxing. That was, short and sweet, but definitely some awesome talks there. Next up, y'all, we're gonna get on over into a little bitty bit, just a little bit of soccer, y'all. It's the Soccer Press portion of the show. We got UEFA Champions League action, and this has been awesome, man. We've seen some good battles the last 2 weeks. Last week, PSG, man, that injury. I don't know how. I think it played a little bit of a part in it, but man, it's not the easiest thing to play without all your players. And there's a specific injury in this one that, was pretty, in my opinion, it meant something. So with that said, though, talk about a beatdown. PSG just went at it, man. Mbappe going 3 goals, man. He scored the hat trick in this one at the 32nd minute, 65th minute, and 85th minute. And Keane will score the 70th. And the only score scored for Barcelona will be at the 27-minute mark, where Lionel Messi, which may be coming to the end to the MLS. You can catch Andrew Hagenbaugh, by the way, with the Soccer Scoreboard show every Sunday. He moves around a little bit here and there. But of course, he had his birthday last past week on Monday. So big ups and happy birthday to Andrew Hagenbaugh. But man, overall, Messi, wherever he decides to go, he's going to do great things. He's getting to the back half of his career already. As Andrew said on his show, on the Soccer Scoreboard show on Sunday, he's given his best years are kind of behind him. But can he still go give great soccer to the MLS? I completely agree. I hope he comes to the Galaxy. But wherever he goes, I know he's going to do a great job. So definitely a big-time player and, one of the best in the world. So with that said, Liverpool, man, how about this Liverpool eating Red Bull Leipzig like a sandwich? I mean, my gosh, And then both goals would come within minutes of each other. Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane, 53rd minute and 58th minute. My goodness, hope I didn't butcher their names, sorry. But, oh my goodness, they went off, man. Liverpool, you know what? They haven't been the best this year, but they certainly haven't been the worst. And they got a nice victory there to win on the road, man. Some away goals action there. So, two teams that were on the road would get some big victories. So Barcelona and Red Bull Leipzig are kind of on the hot seat right now. That was last week on Tuesday. Big up to Taryn, by the way, for jumping back in the chat room. What's going on, buddy? No, I have not talked volleyball yet. We'll get to that in a little bit. That will be in the last hour of the show. We're going to run the full 3 hours as per usual, because that's just how the show goes. But with that said, moving on to February 17th, Wednesday, we have FC Porto defeating Juventus 2-1. I can't tell you how excited I am for FC Porto. Yes, I'm an Inter Milan fan, so I am very happy that Juve lost, my bad. But my goodness, this team would fall to FC Porto. I mean, whoa. How about it? Can we get a hand clap? I'm just saying, y'all. My goodness. My goodness. This is a Portuguese team, guys, from the Portuguese Liga, knocking off one of the best teams in the world, Juve. And one of their own countrymen, Cristiano Ronaldo, is actually a part of Juve. So, I mean, this is incredible, man. They scored in the 2nd minute and in the 46th minute. I mean, both the opening minutes of this game, of this match. And Juve wouldn't even score until the 82nd minute. It looked like it was going to be a shutout for a while. So, we'll find out. But man, FC Porto did their thing at home. What a victory there. Next up, the same exact day, last Wednesday, Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund gets it done, man. This was a dogfight, man. This was a good one, a really good match. You know, it wasn't at the half. By the way, Dortmund defeating Sevilla 3-2, and this was on the road. But my goodness, what a good match! You know, these are the kind of matches you love to see. It doesn't matter where, I mean, but especially in the Champions League. But you love to see a good fight, a good match. And usually I'm a defensive guy, but this was a good match. Regardless, there was a lot of goals, but it was a good one. So at the half, we have 3-1. 3-1. Borussia Dortmund will lead in the 84th minute. Sevilla. Looks like Luke De Jong, I don't want to butcher his name there, but my goodness, in the 84th minute, gets a goal, made it respectable, but Dortmund won this thing fair and square. They got the nice victory there on the road. They're looking good right now. So, next up, last past week on Tuesday, Bayern Munich will destroy Lazio 4-1 on the road in Chelsea. Just what a game here. In the 68th minute, Oliver Giroud will score 1-0. Or Giroud, I don't want to butcher his name either, but 1-0. Chelsea will defeat Atletico Madrid on the road. And then just today we had this wrapping on up. Man City 2-0 over Borussia Mönchengladbach. 2-0. Man City pulls off the victory. Great job for Man City. 2-0. Good job there. And then today, of course, Real Madrid will defeat Atalanta 1-0 on the road. And that is how the first leg will wrap up. Coming up, we have the second legs of all of these starting March 9th. Tuesday, March 9th. So be ready, y'all. The round of 16 rolls on. So, we will be moving on into some more soccer talk right now. We're just going to clear the league here. Every major league will just kind of roll through all the quick tables top 5. So, Chelsea, 43 points. We have here West Ham United, which I'm really happy to see this team that usually isn't up there with 45 points. Leicester City, they won a few years back, 49 points. Manchester United with 49, and the team who's the team to beat right now, leading the charge with 59 points. Man City, those arch nemesis of Man U. So awesome stuff there. That's pretty cool. I like to see a little bit of variety in soccer. So good stuff there. Now we'll move on over into La Liga. And of course, today, Barcelona defeats Elche. I don't want to butcher their name, but 3-0 at home. Talk about a nice victory there. Not too shabby, but they got it done. Well, with that said, the current top 5 here. Let's see here. We have Real Sociedad with 41 points, Sevilla with 48, Barcelona with 50, Madrid with 52, and Atletico Madrid with 55. So not too bad. I like it. I like what we got going on here. Some good battles getting ready to rock and roll with these leagues. In, let's see here, Serie A, the current top 5. We have Atalanta with 43 from 5-1. We have here Roma with 44, Juventus with 45. And of course, I love the Serie A this year. It's just a 4-point battle so far, and I love it. Because why? Because there are two teams that can't stand each other that are battling out rival style. I guess there's no other way to put it, to battle, but you gotta love it, y'all. AC Milan just 4 points back from my team. Inter Milan currently at the top of Serie A. AC Milan with 49, Inter Milan with 53. That's my football number, guys. So, my American football number. So, awesome job there to both these teams. I would love to see a good battle like that. Next up, we have here, and let's see, were there any good battles this week? I just want to take a quick look here at this one. And then nothing really worth looking at in Serie A this week. Well, Milan taking on AS Roma on Sunday should be pretty good. So that's actually coming up. Yeah, Sunday. That could be a game of the week, game of the day right there for sure. In the Bundesliga right now, the current table from 5-1, Bayern Leverkusen 37 points. Eintracht Frankfurt with 42. Wolfsburg, hey, Viva Wolfsburg with 42. Red Bull Leipzig with 47. And guess who? Bayern Munich with 49 points. Now, will there be any battles this week? Nah, I guess Red Bull Leipzig and Gladbach could be a pretty good battle on Saturday. And that's going to be about it. I don't see anything else worth watching this week there. My bad. And then, of course, in Ligue 1. This is interesting. I haven't seen PSG not at the top of this list in a while, as long as I've been covering soccer. It's rare, but my goodness. From 5-1, and if I butcher some of these names, forgive me, but Lens with 40 points. AS Monaco with 52 points. PSG with 54 points in third. Lyon with 55, and leading it right now is Lille with 58. My goodness, PSG not leading the charge? What? That's what I said. Like, excuse me. But you know what? Good for the teams ahead of them, though, man. Lille and my gosh, I'm ridiculous right now. I'm just losing it. Lyon and Lille, two really good teams. This week, really nothing to be tripping on. No major games here. There's nothing really to watch, I guess. I mean, unless those teams lose somehow. But regardless, I guess it is what it is. But some decent soccer there. So, we'll move it on now into a little bit of more soccer around the world, because we got a little bit left to go here. Reaching our final hour here of the show. So, Portuguese Liga. How about Porto? Remember they beat Juve? Guess what? When a Portuguese team defeats a major team like Juve, FC Porto is definitely one of the top teams of the Portuguese Liga. But I'm just saying, they definitely deserve to be recapped, right? Or to give them some love on the show. So, in fifth place, if I butcher some of these names too, forgive me, but Paços de Ferreira, we have in fifth place right now with 38 points. Benfica with 39, Braga 43, FC Porto with 44, but the team to beat right now in the Portuguese Liga, man, Sporting CP with 54 points. Talk about some good stuff there, man. FC Porto and Sporting are going head-to-head this weekend. That should be one of the games of the week in all of sports. This is going to be a battle on Saturday, man. Good battle here. Number 1 versus number 2 at the moment. But there's no need to even go further. I'm going to take a look real quick at Sunday, but no, that's the game. Mark your calendars, y'all. Portuguese Liga is going down this weekend. Some good soccer there. Next up, we have here, let's take a quick look here at the Australian A-League before we're out of here. And let's see here. Current top 5, Sydney FC We'll round out the top 5 with 11 points. We have here Western Sydney with 13 points. Next up, MacArthur FC, forgive me, with 14 points. Next up, Brisbane, the Brisbane Roar with 14, and of course, leading the charge, Central Coast Mariner. Wow, look at this. I haven't seen this team ever. Yeah, the Central Coast Mariners with 18 points, and that's how it looks this week. Let's see if we got anything good. Oh, no, let's see. Nope, actually, no, sorry. I got your hopes up, sorry. And, yep, there's really nothing here. MacArthur taking on Sydney FC on Sunday. That should be pretty good. Hopefully that's a good game. So, all right. With that said, take one more look at one team. Let's go how about we go to Mexico, y'all, to Liga MX, and talk about this season, of course, in the Clausura 2021. Of course, the season that follows the Apertura. This is always a good one here. So let's take a quick look here and talk some Mexican soccer, shall we? So, current top 5 looks a little something like this. After 7 games played between all these teams, Santos with 12 points. Tijuana with 12. Club America with 13. Toluca currently in second with 15. And of course, leading the charge, Cruz Azul. How about we show them some love, man, with 15 points. Coming up this weekend, do we have any good battles? Not really. That's kind of a bummer. It'd be kind of nice to see some good ones, but I guess you can call them how you see them. But no top 5 versus top 5 league. But anyway, that'll do it for the for the soccer press portion of the show. We still have a long way to go, guys. I was kidding myself when I was saying it was going to be an hour or 2 hour show. My goodness. We still got to talk some motorsports, some NASCAR's coming up. We need some NCAA softball and baseball. We need some MLB talk, a little bit of that. And of course, we are going to need to get into that NCAA volleyball and track and field, talk some Australian Open. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a freaking party tonight on a Wednesday evening. So, thank you all for joining me. I am going to take myself another quick break, and when I get back, we will definitely get more into all the sports in that final hour. You're listening to The Defining Moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your defeat for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
Hey guys, Dave the Fried Man here to tell you about the newest IE Sports radio show, the Kansas City Shuffle. We'll be talking football, reigning Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, baseball, your 2015 World Series Royals, college hoops, college football, and much to Ryan's delight, hockey.
Oh, wow.
Make sure you catch up with us on Twitter at KC Shuffle Show. You can also catch up with my colleague Ryan the Pez Choir at the Pez Choir Fool
on Twitter.
Make sure you check us out on IE Sports Radio at 6 p.m. Central Time to 7:30.
Oh, yeah.
And Ryan, any final words for the listeners?
Yeah, come on in, enjoy the winning we've been having here in Kansas City lately, and don't be jealous. Bye-bye.
IE Sports Radio,
your direct feed for all things sports. Nope, that's not it. Cut that.
Hey sports fans, do you like wine? Well, we've got the show for you. This is Let's Wine About Sports, a show where we talk about wine and sports simultaneously. From the classic Cabernet Sauvignon all the way down to the grapes that you've never even heard of before. Oh yeah, we cover it all. And we'll talk about a little bit of sports as well. Football, hockey, collegiate, women's sports, it doesn't matter. We're going to talk about it all, and we're going to whine about it all. So join me Monday at 8 p.m. on IU Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Welcome in to the Neutral Zone. I'm your host, Robert Kavanaugh, and you're listening to IE Sports Radio. If you like big, nasty hits, if you like slap shots straight to the neck, if you like it when the blood hits the ice and the big boys get down, then this is your show on IE Sports Radio. This is the Neutral Zone. May our shots on goal always be true and straight to the net. If they are not, may they be followed up, redirected, or change collected. Let's go on IE Sports Radio with me, your host, Robert Kavanaugh, and this is the Neutral Zone.
Motorsports takes many form, and there's one show on IE Sports Radio that's ready to cover it all.
I sure hope you're talking about you and I, Daryl, because I know the Extra Mile is the best place to go for everything motorsports related.
Yes, it is. From NASCAR to IndyCar to sports cars to everything in between, IE Sports Radio has everything covered for the fastest sport in the world.
Plus, don't forget all of our random shenanigans along the way.
That's right, Caitlin. So for plenty of motorsports coverage and plenty of Caitlinisms, check out the Extra Mile on IE Sports Radio with Daryl Kinsey Jr. and Caitlin Seen, Thursdays at 8 p.m.
Were you listening to a great game on USRN, but then the Wi-Fi crashed in the final seconds? Or do you simply want to listen to the best calls we here at USRN have to offer? Well, then you need to go check out our Audio Boom page. It holds a collection of our best calls that you don't want to miss. How do I get there, you ask? You can download the Audio Boom app and look up Ultimate Sports Radio, or simply go to audiobook.com/Ultimate Sports Radio. And as always, thanks for listening and making USRN one of the most talked about sports networks on Mixler.com.
Attention, all sports fans! If you're someone who wakes up each morning with lists of sporting events to go along with your to-do list for the day, then you just might be a diehard. The world of sports is as vast as the ocean is deep, including the major leagues, the minor leagues, the college, and everything in between. This is me, your boy Larry B of IE Sports Radio, welcoming you to join me every Monday evening at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on The Defining Moment, a show that focuses on what really matters in the sports world, sports themselves, and nothing outside of them. Once again, tune in for The Defining Moment with me, your boy Larry B, every Monday evening at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on IE Sports Radio, right here on Spreaker.com. We'll see you there.
That is right, y'all. Right here on Spreaker.com. We have reached the final hour of this show. The Defining Moment right here at IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. And man, it has been a party. We've got so much more to get into. And we're going to start things off with a little bit of NASCAR, because the first things first, y'all, I just want to say something. NASCAR is awesome. That's all there is to it. I love it. It's one of my first sports loves ever. And I've loved it since I was a little kid. It's an amazing sport, and I really enjoy it. Now, this has been, it's seen some tough times in the last couple of years and everything, but man, last couple of weeks, Daytona 500 a couple weeks ago, McDowell winning his first ever Cup race, and, well, couldn't win at a bigger stage. All right, at the Daytona 500. Amazing job. Then last week, good stuff, man. The Roval, of course. Bell, how about this? I don't even know who Christopher Bell is. I think he just came up from the Xfinity Series or something, but he wins it. They have two guys. I don't know how many Bell has won. I've been a little bit out of the loop this week, but my gosh, two dudes who are, not used to the victory lane in the Cup Series, at least very much, and it's just awesome to see these guys both win it. So, coming up this week, we will have Miami. Looks like we're going to Homestead. Interesting. Usually where the series ends every week. But Denny Hamlin's the defending champion, and we are headed down, down south to Miami to see this race go down. So it should be pretty exciting. and we shall see who wins it. Actually, coming up to Formula One, getting ready to start on about a month's time, a little bit over a month we have here on March 23rd. That should be pretty sweet with the Bahrain Grand Prix. Also, coming on up, we do have, because don't forget, y'all, there's a lot more racing coming up. IndyCar will be coming up too, sometime in March. I forgot the date and when, but I know IndyCar will be making its return. The NHRA, unfortunately, has just bummed me out, man. The NHRA has just no winter nats this year. It's just been rough. But they do have March, and I forgot. I think it's I don't know if it's the Gator Nats, I think in Florida. But regardless, we're going to have an NHRA season. It's just not going to be the full thing. And COVID, you're a jerk. I mean, I'm just really mad about that. But whatever. I love the NHRA. It's such a great series. But sucks that it'll be kind of cut short this year. Regardless, we're still going to get it, and I'm excited for that. So, with that said, there's a lot going on. I mean, will Matt Hagan? I'm just excited to see Matt Hagan if he can win another one. He just won his third title. Can he win his fourth one? You know, like in IndyCar, like awesome stuff there. So, in JFR, you know, John Force Racing, what's going to happen there? Are we going to have? Are they going to participate this year? That's like that was my dad's favorite team. That's my favorite team. I'm such a big fan of John Force. It was an honor to speak with him last year on our 6th year anniversary show here. So overall, just amazing stuff. But awesome job by these teams on in the NHRA, just sticking with it and doing their best to, make things happen and to get the most racing that we can get this year. So, with that said, a little bit of auto sports coming your way. And, overall, not the best, but, certainly not the worst, because we're still getting some races. It's not the full effect. NASCAR is kind of moving around in a weird direction right now, too. They're not doing the usual, West Coast swing early. I mean, I think they are, but regardless, it's just kind of weird. I think Atlanta, they did the Roval, and then Atlanta, it's just, there's no Atlanta right now. I think they changed that already prior, but regardless, it's just, I don't know. I just wish we can get back to regular, but whatever. Anyway, so with that said, as for IMSA, I'm actually not even sure where IMSA is right now and how it's going, so we shall find out. But what a great Rolex 24 we saw a couple weeks ago, and I'll have the schedule for you guys next year. I'm on the website right now, but I can't really get around to it. So a little bit of IMSA. We'll get some more of that next week, and there you have it. So with that said, we have now advanced on over finally into the closing segments of our show here, as we will be getting on into, let's see, where were we? My goodness, we're all over the place. Alright, so we will now be moving on into, let's go with some baseball, softball. So it's relatively young. I mean, these two seasons, softball, NCAA baseball, they've both just begun. It's just, there's really nothing really much to talk about right now. I know there's been some big games, but I haven't followed it that closely recently. But some big-time battles for sure have already taken place. So we're going to get to the top 25 this week of each of them, softball and baseball, NCAA, and then we're going to get into the MLB, a little bit of some trade talks and everything. But overall, there has been some good stuff going on so far. I just haven't been able to pay attention to too much of it. So, from 25, actually, let's do this the right way. Let's do it the way we've been doing, shall we? Let's get to the rest of the show, having some fun here. So, from 25 to 21, Mississippi State, Arkansas, Tennessee, Minnesota, and Baylor. This is the current top 25 of NCAA softball at the moment. From 20 to 16, Georgia, Missouri, South Carolina, Michigan, and Duke. From 15 to 11, Florida State, Virginia Tech, LSU, Kentucky, and Arizona. From 10 to 6, Oregon, Louisiana, Oklahoma State, Texas, and Washington. On the current top 5 at 8-0, we have Florida, Arizona at 5-0, Alabama at 8-0, Oklahoma at 6-0, and UCLA at 5-0. So that's how the ladies will shape up at the moment. Moving on to some NCAA baseball, which of course hasn't seen a lot of change. The season just started. So let's see here. Actually, no, well, we just started, but there's been a lot of games played. A whole bunch of games played since it started just a week ago. My goodness, there's been a lot of games played. So, let's see here, from 25-21, we have Clemson, Pepperdine, Texas A&M, Texas and Alabama from 20-16. Tennessee, LSU, Long Beach State, Mississippi State, and Florida State from 15-11. Auburn, Arkansas, Oklahoma, UCF, and Duke. And from 10-6, Arizona State, NC State, Miami, Vanderbilt, and Louisville. And then your current top 5, Ole Miss at 16-1, UCLA at 13-2. Texas Tech at 16-3, Georgia at 14-4, and Florida. It's tough to beat the Florida Gators, y'all, at 16-1. So there's a little bit of talk there of some college softball and some college baseball. Like I said, not a whole bunch just yet for me. I can read a couple stories here at NCAA.com. There's certainly some stuff to get into, but I gotta tell you right now, I hope that we actually get the rest of the season here. So this article was written just yesterday. Let's see how it goes. So college softball, UCLA holds dominant atop the rankings. So this is from Louisville, Kentucky, courtesy, of course, of the writers here at NCAA.com. So UCLA continues at number 1, while Iowa State joins the poll for the first time in this week's 2021 USA Today / NFCA Division I Top 25 Coaches Poll. The Bruins at 5-0 were unanimous, picking up all 32 first place votes at 800 points. When that just goes to show you how tough this UCLA Bruins team is. The 25th ranked Cyclones 9-1 are off to a hot start, earning their first NFCA national ranking, which is freaking awesome. So hats off to the Lady Cyclones. It's great stuff there. Next up, the 2021 USA Today / NFCA Division I Top 25 poll is voted on by 32 NCAA Division I head coaches, one representing each conference. Let's see here. Records reflect games played through February 21st. Programs not competing in 2021 will not be eligible for ranking consideration. So there you are, y'all. That's a little bit of a look there, and there's really nothing much more. Let's go on to baseball and see if there's any stories there or anything whatsoever that we can grasp to, at least at the moment. There's been a lot of games played already in just a week, my goodness, or a couple weeks, I believe. But I don't even know if that ranking was consistent with it. But all right, so here we go. This week was written a couple days ago. So let's see. It says college baseball rankings. Ole Miss takes the top spot after a crazy opening week. And this seems interesting. I am excited for this. This is also written here on NCAA.com, courtesy of NCAA.com. So after a tumultuous opening weekend in college baseball, Ole Miss took over number 1 spot in the D1 baseball top 25 rankings for the very first time in the 7-year history of the rankings. The preseason number 6 Rebels went 3-0 at the State Farm College Baseball Showdown, with wins over 3 Big 12 opponents who ranked in the preseason top 25. Then number 3 Texas Tech, then number 9 Texas, and then number 10 TCU. Arkansas also made a big jump on strength of its own 3-0 showing in Arlington, with 3 wins against the same 3 opponents. Ole Miss defeated. How about that? The Razorbacks vaulted 6 spots from number 8 to number 2, matching their highest ranking ever in the division or in D1 baseball top 25, last achieved in the final ranking of the 2018 season. Vanderbilt and Louisville moved up 1 spot apiece to numbers 3 and 4, respectively, and Mississippi State moved up 2 spots to number 5 following a 2-1 showing in Arlington. Miami made the biggest jump of the week from number 21 to number 6, after going on the road and taking 2 of 3 from preseason number 1 Florida, which fell 6 spots to number 7. Man! Preseason number 2 UCLA also tumbled 6 spots to numbers 8 after dropping a home series to San Francisco. A preseason number 3 Texas Tech fell to... Oh, sorry, let me read that one more time. Sorry, the music threw me off. Just kidding. And preseason number 3 Texas Tech fell to number 10 after going 0-3 in Arlington. UC Santa Barbara moved up 2 spots to number 9. Other teams that took tumbles in the rankings include TCU, down 4 spots from number 14, Texas, down 10 spots from number 19, and West Virginia, down 9 spots to number 23. The Mountaineers went 2-2 against Georgia State, but their fall in the rankings also reflects a recalibration in the light of news that key weekend starter Ryan Burgert, I won't butcher his name, but will miss the season due to injury. That sucks. I pray for him to get to heal fast. A development that was released after our preseason top 25 was published. And then it says here, one new team joined the rankings this week, Duke. The unofficial team number 26 in our preseason rankings went on the road and took 2 of 3 from Coastal Carolina to climb into the rankings at number 25. The Blue Devils replaced Arizona, which fell from number 22 out of the rankings after a 2-2 week at home against Ball State. And there's D1, and it says here, D1 baseball editors and national writers determine the top 25 rankings. Records below are through games of February 22nd. So, man, there we go. This looks a lot more like the polls than the other ones. So, from 25 to 21, we have Duke, Florida State, West Virginia, East Carolina, and Auburn. Yeah, I thought the other one looked a little fishy. So, they just started. So, okay, here we go. From 20 to 16, Oklahoma State, Texas, Tennessee, South Carolina, and Wake Forest. From 15 to 11, Georgia Tech, TCU, NC State, Virginia, and LSU. From 10 to 6, Texas Tech, UC Santa Barbara, UCLA, Florida, and Miami. And your current top 5 at 2-1, Mississippi State at 3-0, Louisville at 2-0, Vanderbilt at 3-0, Arkansas, and number 1, of course, Ole Miss at 3-0. So there is some baseball news for you, courtesy of NCAA.com, and we are going to move things right on over to some track and field, actually. Indoor. Got the indoor track and field going on right now, and this is awesome. So a little bit of news from both. We do have women's news, and this was pretty cool. This was written on Valentine's Day. But this is sweet. The Texas A&M women's 4x4 relay team stunned the track and field world by clocking a 3-minute 26-second .27 to break the all-time collegiate record as the Aggies wrapped up the Tyson Invitational on Saturday at the Randall Tyson Track Center. Can we get a hand clap? How about that? Good job, ladies. That is record speed right there. 3.5 minutes? Are you serious? That is incredible, y'all. I'm sure the old record wasn't too far away from that, but still, that is incredible. What a record. And these ladies were moving. So, awesome job to them. The Aggie foursome of, let's see here, Jania Martin, Sayaria, I don't want to butcher her name, Richardson, Cherokee Young, and a thing, I believe, Moo, combined to stop the clock at 3:26.27, breaking the 4-year collegiate record of 3:27.3 previously set by Southern California's, of course, USC's Cameron Pettigrew, Amali Lewell, Deanna Hill, and Kendall Ellis, and I remember them. So this is incredible, y'all. Let's take a quick look here at this, because this is absolutely awesome. Record-breaking stuff, and these ladies are something else, y'all. Like, this is incredible. Martin came out of the blocks hot, clocking 53.4 in the first 400 meters. Then Richardson, running second leg, split 51.86 before handing the baton to Young. And she was going around a corner, guys. So that is awesome. Then on the back straight, we had here, let's see here. Yeah, on the back straight, looks like. Trailing Florida, Young Blue passed the Gators with a 51.12 split before I think Mew, I believe, ran a 50.27. Man, that's flying. 400 meters as the Aggies made history. And I'm sorry, this is not the 4x1. I don't know why I'm saying the backstreet. But yeah, the entire 400 meters. That is incredible. 53 seconds, 51 seconds, 51 seconds, and 50 seconds. That is absolutely incredible. Look at how consistent those middle... that's exactly what you want. It's not your slowest, but you want your first leg to get you some kind of a lead, for sure, to at least, hang tight and keep you there. Your middle to, keep you on the race as well, and your anchor being the speedy, fast one. So, absolutely awesome. Congratulations to these ladies. The article says here, the time not only set a collegiate record, but is a world-leading mark, and is the 9th best performance in world history, and set a Randall Tyson track center facility record. The quartet became the number 4 relay team in world history. That is amazing, y'all. So congratulations to these ladies. What a job. Terrence's back in the chat room. He says, your track and field may be the most tricky sport to recap for the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, BRB. Well, yeah, man, they are definitely tough to cap. So awesome stuff there to those ladies, and they deserved every bit of it. That was a couple weeks ago, actually 10 days ago. So awesome to them. And bummer I didn't even man, it's been so tough to follow everything now, but awesome there. So let's go ahead and move it on now into some men's real quick. Track and field. Of course, we got the indoor, and let's take a quick little look here of what's going on. So Arizona State's Turner Washington breaks NCAA indoor shot put record. That's what I'm talking about. I, of course, threw shot put in high school, a little bit in college, but didn't follow through with college. Played football instead. But man, awesome stuff here. So this is also from NCAA.com out of Lubbock, Texas. The Sun Devils concluded an already impressive indoor meet Saturday with Turner Washington breaking yet another record in the shot put, this time shattering the NCAA indoor record. Washington went 21.84, 71 feet, guys. 71.85, 71-825, but I know it's freaking far, okay? I don't think so. They have 71 feet, but regardless, on his final attempt, topping former all-time best Peyton Otterdahl, I believe, don't want to butcher his name there, but of North Dakota State, who threw 21.81 in 2019. Turner also moves up to number 1 on the ASU top indoor list for the event, passing Olympian Ryan Whitting's 21.73 from 2008. That is awesome. That's congratulations to that young man there out of Arizona State. So how about that? The ladies of Texas A&M and this young man coming out of Arizona State, some big stuff in the last couple of weeks there from track and field. So that's pretty awesome. And last, I want to kind of just dabble into this because we never really get here until the championships, of course, which I hope we have them this year. But a little bit of wrestling, because wrestling is freaking sweet, guys. So let's take a look here. Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling is freaking sweet. So this is a little article written here, once again, courtesy of NCAA.com. College Wrestling Big Ten Co-Champs Iowa Penn State close out year atop rankings. So this was written, yeah, so here we go. So I think that's already finished. We've got the championships coming up, but looks like Mannheim, Pennsylvania, where this came out of. A shortened 2020/2021 season, D1 wrestling season, came to a close with Iowa going wire to wire as the top dual meet team in the nation, as the final NWCA Division I wrestling coaches poll was released on Tuesday. Match cancellations and no non-conference schedule left the top-ranked Hawkeyes with only 5 duels on the season, same as second-ranked Penn State. ACC regular season champions Virginia Tech finished the regular season 3rd, followed by the one-loss Michigan at number 4. and unbeaten Missouri at number 5. Oklahoma State, like Missouri, also finished 10-0. The Cowboys ended the season at number 6. So, awesome job there, y'all. So the Big Ten closed out with 9 teams in the top 25, followed by the Big 12 with 6 teams and the ACC with 5. Y'all, the Big Ten is where it's at for all wrestling. No matter what, that's the way it is, y'all. If you are a Big Ten, if you're a wrestling person, the Big Ten is definitely for you. And my goodness, I mean, there's nothing more. The Big Ten is freakish, and overall you gotta love it. I mean, I definitely enjoy it. Something I didn't do as in high school. I kind of wish I did, but wrestling seems super cool, and I know one of my best friends did it, and wrestling's pretty sweet. But awesome stuff there. We got the championships coming up next, I hope. So with that said, we got a little bit of volleyball to get into. I know Taryn's waiting for this, but this is also courtesy of NCAA.com. It was about 8 days ago. So it says here, college volleyball rankings, Minnesota rises and Purdue enters latest Power 10. So, week 4 in college volleyball saw some top 10 matchups that were a long time coming. Finally! So, of course, with that comes a few changes to my Power 10 rankings ahead into week 5, or ahead of week 5. So, I want to read a few of these, at least the top 5. We're going to go from 5 up all the way, because I feel like this is pretty important. I think, do we have the rankings at the bottom? We don't, which kind of sucks. But here's the current top 10. And I just kind of, I want to get into at least the top 5 of these, okay? So, Utah. Okay, so Utes moved down. They were previously number 4. The Utes moved down a spot only because Minnesota needed to move up. I still think this Danny Drews led crew, so I still think this Danny Drews led crew is a top contender this season. They were pushed to 5 sets this past weekend by USC. Good job, ladies of USC, ladies of Troy. But still came out with 2 wins on the weekend and moved to 8-0. So nice work there for the Lady Utes. Minnesota moved up from 5 to 4. The article, which of course, let me go ahead and get the name here, because I know that there is a name. What do you call it? I know there is a person who wrote this article, and I just want to find out real quick. So let me go ahead and take a quick look here. I really want to see this because I definitely got to give credit where credit is due. So here we go. All right, so here we go. So, rankings here. This is written by, oh, there we go, Michelle Chester, right at the tippy top of the of the article. So my bad. So next up, Minnesota. So the Minnesota Gophers move up 1 spot in the Power 10. They have the most quality wins of any team on this list. 2 over Purdue, and now just powered through number 8. Penn State twice. Once in 4 sets and once in 5. I mentioned Stephanie same day weekend, or Semity. I'm sorry, I mentioned Stephanie Semity week after week, but rightfully so. On Saturday, she had a 3rd straight outing of 20 plus kills with 23. Nice! On Sunday, she put up 19 kills. Oh my gosh, right behind freshman phenom Taylor Landfair's career high 22 kills. How about that? CeCe McGraw has continued to be a consistent strength in the backcourt, and this team looks really good. Nebraska this week means a number 3 versus number 4 matchup in my books. That's awesome. So with that said, let's do the dang thing, y'all, and get to that current top 3. There's only one way to do it, though. Let's get some energy bumping, y'all. Here we go. The current top 3. What's going on, Terry? Jumping back in the chat room. Just getting into the top 3 here of volleyball, courtesy here of NCAA.com and Michelle Chester and her article written back on February 16th. So, here we go into number 3, Nebraska. All right, Nebraska. Good old Nebraska. Here we go. Let's have some fun. Thank you for tuning in. We have reached the final segment of our show. 25 minutes left in this 3-hour show tonight. I hope you're enjoying it. Get loud. Let's get some energy going and have some fun. Here we go. The top 3 of NCAA volleyball. Nebraska. They were number 3 last week, and they're currently number 3 now. According to Michelle Chester, she says, my top 3 teams remain the same, and the Huskers keep their number 3 spot after moving to 6-0 this past weekend. I am loving the balance on this team with Lauren Sturvins, Lexi Sun, and Maddie Kubik, Jazzy Sweet, Riley Zunn, and Nicklin Hames at setter. All of them can put points on the board. They will face their first big test this weekend against Minnesota. Ooh, that looks like fun. This one's short and sweet, but Texas, the Lady Longhorns, ladies and gentlemen, is about as awesome as it is, all right? This is awesome. Number 2, Texas, all right? Once again, this is all according, I know Taryn's tripping out in the chat room, but this is all according, once again, to Michelle Chester. Cool little article here, and this is her top 5 and why. Number 2, Texas. She says the Longhorns keep their number 2 spot based on their undefeated fall season. The Big 12 has yet to resume play in spring. Okay, well, there you have it. And then, of course, number 1, Wisconsin, the Lady Badgers. She says here, the Badgers have moved to 8-0. Their 2 biggest wins are still over Purdue in the opening weekend, but they haven't dropped 1 set in the last 2 weeks. I have been most impressed by the contributions of Devin Robinson, a freshman middle blocker, as if Dana Retke, Grace Loberg, and Molly Haggerty weren't enough. Now you see Robinson's name heading the stat lines match after match. All right, y'all. So there you have it. Awesome stuff there. Awesome stuff there by the, once again, by Michelle Chester from last week. Yes, Taryn, you were absolutely correct. I said it a million times. Sorry, Taryn. But yes, this was from February 16th from last week, but this is the last article that is actually up right now on NCAA.com, and just awesome to see right now how things have kind of fallen into place. It sucks that the polls just continue to fall, I don't know, it sucks that COVID continues to plague us, right? So, these are the current top 25 rankings here from NCAA.com through February 21st. Here we go. So, from 25 to 21, we have Mizzou, Missouri, Marquette, Creighton, Oregon, and Pittsburgh. From 20 to 16, Western Kentucky, Ohio State, San Diego, Washington State, and Georgia Tech. From 15 to 11, we have here UCLA, Notre Dame, Louisville, BYU, and Purdue. From 10 to 6, Penn State, Washington, Florida, Utah, and Baylor. And your current top 5, we have here Minnesota with 1,276 points. Look at that. 9-0. They're previously number 5. The whole entire top 5 has stayed the same. We have Nebraska with 1,313 points. Overall, 7-1 this season. Kentucky, currently number 3. Those Lady Wildcats looking sharp right now with 1,359 points. 12-0 on the season. And from here on out, they're undefeated. Texas, currently this team is looking strong right now. Of course, they have not resumed play, but 14-0, 1,432 points. And Wisconsin, of course, 1,490 points, 10-0 record, and there are your NCAA top 10 rankings right now through the 21st. And yes, Taryn, I know. Taryn has to be right about everything. But no, Taryn does our volleyball show, and he does a really, really good job, guys. So, make sure to show him some love. He is every Monday now, just changing up at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Mondays, y'all. You got to show Terrence some love, man, with set point. You want volleyball way better than I could ever explain it. The man does a great job. And yeah, absolutely not the best source for pretty much a lot of things, but NCAA.com can be resourceful. Terrence says here in the chat room, Wisconsin is certainly the team to beat. 8 seniors on that team and 5 are returning All-Americans. So yeah, this team is absolutely awesome, and they've shown it. There is so much talent on this team, and going back to Michelle Chester's article, absolutely. Look at these players. Dana Retke, you hear Taryn talking about her all the time. Amazing athlete. Devin Robinson, and she's a freshman, guys. So I'm just saying, this team has a very strong core. Wisconsin is definitely the team to beat, and those Lady Badgers are something else. So my apologies there to you, Taryn. Sorry, I was messing around. But I'll tell you, this has certainly been a good one, y'all. Certainly been a good one. Let's move it on now. On out of college. I'll tell you, this has been so much fun, guys. Like, it really has. I've enjoyed the crap out of this. And, man, it's a bummer that tonight's show really hasn't been, like, a shorty. I thought it really was, but unfortunately, I just wanted to see how it would turn out. And, well, it turned into what I thought it was going to be. A really long show. So, with that said, y'all, let's move it on in now. Into the final moments here. Some MLB, and then, of course, a little bit of US Open talk. And that will do it for tonight. All right, y'all. Final stretch of tonight's show. Let's keep the music jumping and having some fun here and keeping it going. So, with that said, big ups here to Taryn once again. The chat room says Pepperdine takes sets. Number 1 from number 12 BYU. Nice. Best non-Power 5 conference series this week. Well, there you have it. Good stuff there. And we're going to move it on now into a little bit of MLB. Can we just be real, guys? Can we just be real and say that those Los Angeles Dodgers are looking scary? Mookie is there. This team looks like they can repeat. What do you call it? I just wanted to see how, I just wanted to see the moves that were going to be made. Jock Peterson departing from the Dodgers, heading on over to the Chicago Cubs. And this is really, really, really awesome because it gives him like a chance to be, of course, to head somewhere else. And the Cubs are, without a doubt, one of the better teams in the MLB. Took them a long time to do it, but they're there. And then Schwarber departing from the Cubs to the Nationals. My goodness, how about that, right? Overall, got my sources there. Checking out bases loaded. Man, you gotta hear, of course, these guys, they get down, of course. Sports Brain, Brandon Buckingham, and H-Town Blake Henley every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. And Taryn says it well in the chat room. Viva los Dodgers! But the Padres look good too. Angels are overdue for a World Series, let alone a playoff win appearance. Yeah, Angels are far away from it. Dodgers won one. And how about those gosh dang Padres, man? I am cheering this team on. They're strong. They're tough. I am all for it. The Padres, man, you got Hosmer there. Now, I mean, you have made some amazing moves this year, Padres. Machado is now a part of this team. The Padres continue to get stronger. They continue to get better. I am really pulling for this team. Like, seriously, I really want to see how well this team continues to go, man. I mean, what can they really do? The last couple of weeks, it has been awesome seeing this team just pull players together. Fernando Tatis is a freaking beast. What can continue? How will it go? We will see. But the Padres right now look like the team to beat. I mean, I know I hate to say that with the Dodgers right there, but if there is another team to beat in the NL right now, these Dodgers are the Padres are certainly making a case for themselves. The Dodgers, I still think, are going to pull it off in this division, but my goodness, they are looking pretty okay. So, little MLB talk there. We're getting underway in just a few weeks. Spring training starting up here in a little bit. And we are getting ready for some baseball in 4 days. That's right, y'all. 4 more days. And we have spring training on Sunday, February 8th. Get ready, y'all. All kinds of baseball action is coming your way. And we're getting ready for another season. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, a little baseball news, and we are going to head on into the final talk of the evening, of course, the Australian Open. This has been awesome. I can tell you right now, the Australian Open was great, and let's just give a hats off to the champions this year. Naomi Osaka does it again. This young woman continues to impress. I am so bummed and disheartened that Serena Williams couldn't do it. Oh my goodness. But the woman who beat her, like the time before, of course, in a previous Grand Slam, Naomi Osaka is just making a name for herself. This is her 4th Grand Slam. She's actually won back-to-back now. She won it all in September in the U.S. Open. I think it was September. I forgot when it actually was played. It might have been September still, but COVID, messing everything up. Regardless, this one is going to be... this one's going to be awesome. This one is awesome. I'm sorry. Got a little text there. Kind of moving through the show. But I'll tell you what. This right here just makes so much sweeter because Osaka has just really flown up the charts. She's awesome, guys. I mean, seriously, there's no way you can take her out of any current overall top ranking in tennis. I don't even know where she is at the moment, but she will defeat Jennifer Brady in 2 straight sets, 6-4 and 6-3, and she does it. Got to make it happen, y'all. I mean, she is awesome. She made something happen this past weekend, and my goodness, she wins her 2nd straight and her 4th Grand Slam. Awesome job to Naomi Osaka as she pulls it off and gets a victory at the Australian Open. And then, just a little bit later, the very next day, Novak Djokovic will defeat Daniil Medvedev. I don't want to butcher his name there, but he will beat him in 3 straight sets, 7-5, 6-2, and 6-2, as he wins the 2021 Australian Open. He earns his 9th Australian Open title. I mean, that's not necessarily Rafael Nadal's French winning streak, or however many he's won. Not streak, but I mean, I think he's won too many of those already. Not too many, but he's won quite a lot of those French Open titles. But we have here his 8th Grand Slam. His 18th Grand Slam. Just ahead of him, you guessed it, of course, the tippy top in tennis. I mean, this is awesome. This is awesome because, of course, we know the top of the top, Roger Federer with 20, Rafael Nadal, Rafa with 20, and now Novak Djokovic is just 2 away from these 2 gentlemen. I'm so excited because Serena Williams, we just need her to win 2 more. She will tie Steffi Graf with one more win. And with 2 more, she will then be the greatest player of all time. Or at least, I mean, I still think she is no matter what. But she will then advance to most Grand Slam titles ever. This is even out of the men. In the men, for the men, the most ever won is 20, and that's where Federer and Nadal are tied at. But Djokovic, he's not, I mean, it's not like he's a spring chicken, but he's definitely not super old. Nadal and Federer, I mean, I just want to take a quick look here at these ages, because, Nadal, he's not that old. I mean, well, actually, he kind of is, but watching these guys play is awesome when they go head-to-head. But I'll tell you right now, let's take a quick look here at these ages, because I really just want to find it out. Okay, so, Rafael Nadal. Okay, Nadal. He is coming in right now at 34 years old. Okay. Then we have here Roger Federer. He is, let's see, coming in at, let's take a look here. I don't know where it is, but we will find it. 39. And then you have Novak Djokovic, who is currently, we can find it, 33. So he's just a little bit younger. And he's right there. Federer, he's 39. Man, he should be, there's a couple, I don't know how much longer he's got playing but he's still got some great years. Maybe a few more. I don't know if he's gonna Tom Brady it, but my goodness, can he win a few more? Can he be all alone at the pinnacle? Can he do it? We shall see. With that said, Nadal, 34 years of age, he's still got some years left in him. Will he surpass Federer and stay there and be at the top of men's all time? And then you have Djokovic, who has 1 year, who's 1 year younger than Nadal. Can he be the one to overtake both of them? But first, he's got to get to 20. He's got to get to 20 first. This is awesome, guys. I love it. You gotta love tennis, and this is just awesome. So, next up, we have the French Open coming up in May, and we shall see where the chips fall for, all this coming up. And, we shall see. So, with that said, y'all, we have gotten through pretty much everything tonight, talking all sports. And I guess there's only one, well, maybe not just so. I gotta throw some love here to everybody in the chat room tonight, man. It has been awesome! My boy Taryn, man, you're the real deal, brother. Like I said, man, the guy knows his stuff. And glad to have him in the chat room. Of course, it was bumping earlier, and everybody in the chat room tonight has been amazing. So I got to give a big ups to everybody. Hope everybody liked it today. It was a little bit of, more music. We had a lot of fun with that. I told you, I had no clue that we were going to be on this late tonight, but is what it is. I mean, that's just me running around with sports and covering everything tonight. We covered, oh my goodness. Let me take a quick look here at everything we covered here tonight. We talked Australian Open, NCAA volleyball, NCAA track and field, some NFL trade in there, NBA, NCAA basketball, NHL, of course, NHL hockey, NCAA hockey, NASCAR, boxing, of course, Alvarez and Yildirim coming up this weekend, UEFA Champions League, some Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, Liga MX, we talked some Portuguese Liga, we talked NCAA softball, NCAA baseball, and some MLB. My goodness, there is so much here, and my boy Taryn, man, says it. Well, we are IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports, and he couldn't have said it better. I mean, it is the truth, man. So, I have literally, Taryn, my voice is about to come off. I mean, my goodness, this has been a crazy show. I'm used to doing these 3-hour shows, but it's been a while since I've done one of these. And, well, I guess I still got it, huh? It's been about a year almost since COVID hit, and, well, it's been crazy. But all the sports are back up and running for the most part, and things are going great. So all of that good stuff. And, well, there we have it. So, with that said, y'all, it has been an amazing show. I've had so much fun. We have lots of breaks and lots of fun in between. And it's been awesome. So, to everybody, oh my gosh, Andrew Hagenbaugh, Taryn Rodriguez, Mike Pat, Christopher Lehman, Davidson Crooks. If I'm forgetting anybody, forgive me. Of course, my beautiful, wonderful, amazing girlfriend, soon-to-be fiance, Cecilia. I love you, baby. Her and I will be, sorry, we did have a blip this past weekend, and we didn't do last week's show. And yeah, life catches up with us, y'all. We got a lot to do. We're busy. But we will be live this Friday. We're going to have some fun, y'all, talking an interesting topic for sure this week, as always. We'll post that up tomorrow. But catch us, of course, at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern, coming up on Friday evening. And we're going to have some fun on the sports couples perspective. So, with that said, y'all, we are all pretty much out here tonight. I mean, we only got 5 minutes left here in the show, about a little more than 5 minutes. So I just want to take this time to thank our sponsors for sure. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. Big ups to our sponsors, Legacy Financial. They're awesome people. Make sure to call 510-928-2104 to book your appointment. Andrew and Ayo are just two people on a mission to help families build a legacy. You got to show them some love. Mama's Always Right Media, of course, doing your papers for you, y'all. All the people out there who are doing, not having fun in college right now. Coffee After Dark, of course, is a podcast of that show, of Mama's Always Right Media as well, as it goes down the PM, so show them some love, y'all. But you know what time it is. It is time to cue the music, because we are out of here, y'all. But I will continue on. I want to make sure the music was consistent with the end of the show. But you got to show some love to all these people, man. Give them a follow. Mama's Always Right Media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It goes down the PM, of course, and Twitter. And Coffee After Dark, they both have their Twitter accounts for both those shows. Once again, that is It Goes Down the PM and Coffee After Dark. Once again, It Goes Down the PM and Coffee After Dark. And of course, Legacy Financial. Give them a follow on Twitter at Legacy_Uncut and Instagram _Uncut. And there you have it, y'all. Big ups to them. Of course, big ups to the show that never sleeps earlier on today with Harrison Glazer and Pierre Moss talking all New York sports and some New Jersey as well. Man, that was fun. I can't even explain. That was so much fun, and we had a long one tonight. I really enjoyed it though, and I'm glad that all of you were on for the ride tonight. This show will continue, I promise you guys. I'm not going to leave it like how I did, but I just got to find a good time for it. Tomorrow, pray for me, y'all. Got a big job interview coming up. Hopefully it all goes well. And I just pray that I land it. And if I do, well, then we'll have to switch things around for the time and everything, but we will find a consistent time, and we will find everything measures up, y'all. And hopefully everything goes well, and we will see. So, with that said, y'all, that is going to do it for tonight's show. It was a fun one. It was a fun one. My goodness, y'all. There was so many things to talk about tonight. So many things in so little I can't say so little time. It has been great, y'all. It has really been fun, and I appreciate the heck out of y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in and for supporting IE Sports Radio, for showing us love. Thank you for all the birthday wishes a couple weeks ago. I'm 32 now, my goodness. But thank you to everybody who has been a part of this thing. We're moving on 7 years, y'all. We're moving in on 7 years. So we appreciate you so very much for being a part of tonight's show. Big ups to the chat room once again. Thank you very much, Terrence. So pray for me tomorrow. And yeah, man, you gotta miss. I mean, you gotta love the, you gotta love the funky music, man, absolutely. But yeah, brother, there was a lot, man. Terrence says that I know the feeling of having a jobs, and shows, and yeah, man, it's a lot to balance. So Terran knows for sure, did a lot of that the last year for us. And the guy's the man, the myth, the legend, and doing his thing, man. So Terran, I appreciate you, brother, and as I always say, man, without you, IE Sports Radio wouldn't be, man. And of course, without the listeners, without all the guys there, IE Sports Radio wouldn't be IE Sports Radio, y'all. Thank you to all of our listeners, to everybody who's a part of this, and to everybody who's been a part of it. You guys are awesome. You're the real deal, and you're the reason why IE Sports Radio is IE Sports Radio. Without y'all, we will be nothing, and we know that. So, with that said, Terrence says here in the chat room, see you on Friday. And thank you, Taryn. We'll see you on Friday as well, man. We got to tune in this week for sure for the SoCal Stream Sports Show. So many great shows coming up here on the network this week. Show us some love, y'all. Give us a follow at IE Sports Radio on Twitter at IE Sports Radio. Make sure to show some love on Instagram as well. And follow us on Instagram at IE Sports Radio. Make sure to follow us make sure to like us on Facebook. We certainly like that. And check out IESportsRadio.com. We got to get that more revamped and more out there. But big ups to all of you. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And we will see you. Cecilia and I will see you on Friday. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.